He's giving mother.
Giving.
He's giving mother. Baxter's my mommy.
Said Daddy Bex, Mommy Baxter.
Who needs Co's mom when you can have Baxter as your mom?
Who needs Kira or Kyra?
Yeah.
Who needs our gay moms?
Yeah, who needs our gay moms? We just got Baxter. We can be gay with Baxter. God. Yeah, hello. America, hello. We are playing some Our Life today. I forgot what we were doing. We started a new step, I think. So let me just at the roll. Oh, I got angry all of a sudden. But yeah, I believe. Hello, America. Hello, thank you for the sub song. Thank you. It's time for SSSS. Wait, huh? What's SSSS? Oh. Starry Bunny Boy / song simping stream. So SSSS. Wait, let me count. SSSSS because of the slash.
I was gonna say, like, Twy, you sure? For a second there, I thought you were just hissing for a moment because Baxter, you hate him?
Yeah, it's time for. Twy is a cat, confirmed. Yeah, happy Mother's Day, everyone. We're spending our Mother's Day with our mom, Baxter. And so I'm calling me a snake just for not liking Baxter of all people. Well, I was thinking you were a cat, like a cat hissing, you know. Yeah, you're just like one of those little kittens, you know, that goes like, and it's like, oh, you're hissing, but you're so adorable. You couldn't hurt a soul. Don't call me kitten. Song, did you think cat or snake? Did you think of him as a cat or a snake?
That snake.
That snake.
because I know Twy just wants to strangle Baxter.
well, at least I thought you were just like a cute cat. I knew it. Although I guess seeing him as a kitten is offensive in its own way. Being like, oh, you couldn't hurt anyone. You all talk, no bite. But yeah. Oh, whoops! I tabbed into the wrong window. There we go. Yeah, let's go. Ikuzo. Ikoze. Let's see. I forgot what happened.
He's not a morning person.
Oh right.
And so he was like frantic about screwing everything up.
Yeah, me too, Baxter. I like woke up at 2 p.m. That's why.
Did we move on to like the second part? Or another part?
I'm not sure. Oh, beep boop, A Sky! Welcome.
Hello.
America, ya.
Hello. We're just gonna be saying that
Yeah,
all straight.
yeah, we are. Got me started on that. Hello. He waved goodbye and earnestly seemed to be in a much better mood than only a few minutes ago. You waved too, even though his turned back. You waved too, even though his turned back couldn't see. Oh, okay, that's the line. Yeah, his back's got no eyeballs on it. Bye. He steadily walked.
His shirt does.
Right? How song sees twice, how Elio sees twice. So true. He steadily walked home, and once he was safely inside, you couldn't hold your frown in any longer. All morning, Baxter acted as if he had to be the one who needed to earn approval. To him, you weren't individuals getting to know each other. He was an outsider who had to jump through hoops or be excluded. That was the impression you'd gotten. It was more than upsetting. As my grandmother says, I am a handsome boy. Maybe he took it that hard because he was so tired. That felt like wishful thinking, but you thought so anyway. It was possible Baxter would be more comfortable after he rested. And if he wasn't, then you hoped he would allow you to show him that your company didn't have to be like that. The rest of the day was focused on your family, and it overall was a great one. It was nice spending the afternoon with your aunt and uncle, moms, and Liz. Bun, yes or no? Yes! What are you gonna put on me today, Sky?
You should have said hello.
Hello. Oh, hydrate.
Yay.
Hydrate you shall. Thank you. Bruh. What? Oh, what did Twi do? So true. So true.
I see Twi as the intellectual chaos gremlin he is.
I just remember there was like one stream where I like drew all of my chat members as how like I specifically saw them in my head. And I initially drew Twi as like a Kirito looking ass. Like just like basic harem anime protagonist, but then I changed it to the nerd emoji. Fuck you, Elliot. Hi there, Jackie. Bark, 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 bark. You didn't just change it.
Just, fuck it, yes.
You know, how has Elliot not called this the Barkster DLC? You're so right. Barkster DLC. I got stuff going on, but what is this? Free one cat. I have not been fed in 10,000 years. Me, I just fed you an hour ago. That can't be possible. It seems so long ago, so distant. You know, cat loved when he had food. Oh my god. Oh, that's great. You see. You also added I'm a protagonist even though I get no maidens or something. That is what I added, yes! Wait. Wait, wrong thing. Wrong redeem. There we go. Oh, you know, I forgot. Hold on. I forgot to bring up tits and everything. Give me a second.
Yes, I have been for many years.
You think so with how much I bark every time during our live stream with Baxter? Okay, let me just fix this real fast.
That reminds me, I need to ask you how to put up tits.
Oh yeah, I can help you out with that. I wonder if it's, you use VC Face, right?
I don't remember.
What program do you use for your streams?
V-Roid.
Oh, I mean, how does your model get captured in like OBS or whatever?
Webcam motion capture.
Webcam motion capture. Okay. I'll have to look into how tits works with that, cause Let me see. Tits for me connects to VTube Studio, and then it also connects to my Twitch for redeems. So I'm not.
I don't know if it can work with like 3D models, because as far as I know, it can only work with 2D models.
Let me see. Let me look at my settings. I can look on that real fast. Yeah, it looks like it's only VTube Studio. Because that's all they have for the settings. I don't seem to have a VC face or anything setting. But you could probably still use it. It just, I think the thing is, like, when it's connected to VTube Studio, like, when someone bonks you like this, your body actually jerks in reaction to it. Like that. But I think you can still use it as, like, a static thing where, like, the items still get thrown to you. It's just your body doesn't jerk back to it, I think. Neat. James Baxter. Hey, 4. I kind of asked for it because I said that, even though I guess that was me. Baxter DLC. Baxter derogatory lost creep. What do you mean? He's not a creep. Your body actually jerks. Aren't you always a jerk? Hey!
That's what it says on there. Hold up.
Song and Bun, yes or no? You must agree on the answer. Huh. What are you thinking, Song? I was thinking yes, but I'm not sure.
You must agree on the same. Okay, yes.
Yes? Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, and you remember to tell them Baxter said hi. Question was, should I make food if I become hungry again? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad we chose the correct answer.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you mean should you make food? Of course it's yes.
Yeah. What the heck, Sky?
You will not go hungry in this Asian household.
Depends. What do you mean depends? You're half asleep when you finally made it home and collapsed onto your bed. Soon morning had come again. The afternoon that followed moved strangely fast and slow because you knew there was another date at the end of it. Exactly as promised, you received a text with the set hour to meet him at his condo. Baxter informed you that it was gonna be late when you'd be leaving, so he recommended that you have dinner as usual. Apparently this place did not serve meals, only drinks and appetizers. Interesting. Did you eat? Are you asking skyrkon? Oh wait, no, you redeemed Ask Me Anything. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just... oh no!
Yeah.
And we got rated during the question too! Ah!
Welcome in, Raiden.
Thank you for the raid, Raya! I think today your Animal Crossing stream. I hope you found Anka. Thank you so much for the raid!
America, yeah!
America, yeah! Hello! Hello! Oh, nice! I'm glad! Yeah, thank you for everyone that's coming. My name's Elia Lappy. I'm a bunny from outer space. And I like playing RPG Maker games, JRPGs, and visual novels. Today I'm playing Our Life with my dear old friend Song over here.
Hello!
America, yeah! Oh, you didn't, but you found Iona. She's just as cute. Oh yeah, also, if anyone coming in from the raid, y'all should follow Song here too. Please do. Don't call Song old. She's not a deer, she's a ghost. Okay, but to answer your question, no, I did not eat today.
Hello, my boy.
Well, you kind of know my circumstances, song.
I know.
Yeah.
I just hope you at least ate like a cracker, at least. At least something small.
I had like some ice cream.
That's something.
Yeah. Get some soup. I got no soup. If y'all want to help, buy my merch. Buy my merch. Because Treat Stream is no longer around. Well, it is.
That will help the boy. That will help the Elio boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't got no food. The only food I got is ice cream. That's all I got. Yeah, I'm gonna rest my eyes a bit, but I'll be lurking. Thanks for having us. Oh, thank you, Rhea. Thank you for bringing your community over here. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and yes, relax. Get something nice and relaxing. Get under like a blanket or something, or maybe it's too hot. Maybe you don't need to be under a blankie, but I hope you get comfy regardless. As well. Also, hi there, Solstice. Alright, yeah, okay, here we go. So, for those of you that weren't here for our life, this is a visual novel where the main character is very customizable, and you get to date like these boys around this town, and we are playing the Baxter DLC, which is this black and white obsessed guy, and he's very hot.
He's black and white, but I can assure you he is a very gray character.
Morally gray Baxter. No wonder I like him. I like the morally grays. So I've been in shinny mode for long enough. Let me get this off of me. Oh my goodness! Your name or nickname? Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, 202 years. Yeah, I'm an old bit. I'm 202 years old. If you buy some egg, sausage, bread, and maybe some spinach, you can easily make yourself sandwiches for weeks for like 25 USD. I do have some cheese in my fridge from the last time I bought stuff for sandwiches, because I was making myself Italian sandwiches. But then I wound up like eating more of the salami, because like I'm obsessed with salami. So just one night I got like really hungry, and I just sat there eating my whole salami, and then I'm like, oh wait, now I've just got like a bunch of cheese left. Oh yeah, I don't think you understood my joke. Oh, I've been in I have not been in shinny mode since I was born. Screw you. And to be 25 in Cali though, with how expensive it is over there. Ugh. So true. I think, let me see, how much is meat typically over here?
Depending
lunch
on
meat.
the lunch meat?
Yeah.
I'd say about like 10-15 bucks.
You're right. God. Well, I still got cheese. So I got like, I think I got provolone. But yeah. Along with that, Baxter made the eyebrow-raising suggestion that you should wear formal attire. Even more interesting. Why should I follow Song? Give me an elevator pitch to follow Elliot. Okay, here we go. Song is a very charming person. She's very funny. She plays a lot of really interesting games. She's cracked at Valorant.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
No,
you
I'm
are.
not. No, I'm not. I'm iron.
She's very sweet and wholesome, but also can be very yabai. She's got like very interesting like a stream. What I wouldn't say like what's the word? But like you got like slaps the back of song stream. You get 3 whole ghosts here. You got serenade and everything.
We're talking about my sisters, okay?
You get a whole family of ghosts if you follow Song. Which, I mean, who doesn't want a family of ghosts, right? Fair enough. Fair enough. I kinda just buy frozen Walmart sausages and just throw it in a pan after cooking an egg. Song is a great Valorant gamer, yes. Song truly is music to our ears. I agree. Song has a great singing voice. No need for Valorant gamer. Song is great. Yeah, so y'all should follow Song. And also, Song is very kind. One thing I'll never get over is how Song recently arranged a get-together with some friends. Which I really appreciated that Song went that mile to arrange for me to like spend time and like
I miss hanging out with you all.
yeah, I was really happy that you cared to do that for me, Song. So thank you. Yeah, Song is so nice. Elio can't relate. Wait.
What if Elio can't relate? Why?
What the hell? Yeah, okay. I'm never gonna call you a cute cat ever again, Twi. You really are a snake. You really are a fucking slithering snake. You called me a nerd and a kitten. Hey, I would, if I was called, okay, maybe not a kitten, but like, it was a compliment, Twi. I was calling you cute. See, this is why I don't compliment you. God.
Doesn't Twi always call you sneeze like a kitten every time you sneeze?
Yeah, I was just returning it to you. At least you didn't say it on Discord. Like a kitten. Not you are a kitten. I see. Hey, kitten.
Oh my god!
Everyone's so mean to me.
Don't bully the bunny boy.
Thank you. The secretive fanfic writers begin jotting down notes after Delia said Twi was cute. Along with that, Baxter made the eyebrow-raising suggestion that you should wear formal attire, even more interesting.
Formal attire?
Ooh,
Excuse
is he
me,
gonna
something
wear a
fancy?
suit? Ooh. I love a good suit moment. He included an assurance that he'd be prepared when you were ready to leave. Don't fall for it, Song. Don't. He's trying to trick you into saying something. What Twi just said. He's trying to trick you into saying something. Don't fall for it.
Yeah, I can already see it.
Yeah. How dare you? How could you? You tried to have me fall for it too, and I caught it.
It's like the same thing with like, would you rather eat a brick or a matter baby?
What's the matter, baby? Not much. How about you? Invasive. Yeah, at least I fell for Salcon. At least I fell for that one. Embrace your true self and become a cat girl, Elio. So much money in that market. So true. Hold on. I am no longer bunny. Aren't there cat ears in VTube Studio? I could have swore there are. There are! Is there white ones or only black and yellow? It's like there's only black and yellow? Oh, there's pink.
Black and yellow,
white.
Black and yellow.
It's not quite my color, but it's close. Oh, how do you... Oh, flip it. Yeah. There you go. Oh no, it disappeared. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just slightly not my color. But
it's white.
Yeah, it's white, but it's like a bit more gray-y. Also, I'm not seeing a white tail. I'm only seeing black and yellow tails. Black and yellow. So I guess I'll have a black tail. Well, if it'll actually load. There you go. I am now cat. Nya 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 nya. I thought we were friends, you know. So I trying to be wholesome, never again. How is that wholesome? Trying to be duplicitous and trick Song into saying what's the matter, dear. Elio, twice. Stop fighting. I wanted Song to say what's the matter, dear. It's more wholesome than skyrkon.
Oh, wait, Elio, quick question.
Yes?
Real, silly or realistic?
Silly.
Okay.
I like being a little silly, a little strange, a little mischievous.
Okay. Okay.
A gun? Oh my god, Song turned into a Valorant gun. Pew pew! Now I got a gun. I got a gun and a knife. I got a Valorant gun and a Valorant knife. Oh. Song, you're such a beautiful person in many different ways. Your presence makes any space such a comfortable and inviting space for the new and the familiar people. It's nice how you try so much to make sure everyone is welcome and appreciated. I agree. Elio, it's always been enjoyable to catch one of your streams. No, you keep talking about Song, not about me.
My response to that.
So it's been enjoyable to catch one of your streams whenever you're live. It's a great way to wind down, and it's always something to look forward to in the days to come. I know I can count on you to brighten up everyone's day. Bro.
You and your compliments. I swear every time. It's so well thought out and so kind.
Yeah, what did we do to get that? Holy Sky, yeah. Elio, you fool. Did you think Sky would only compliment Sue? I think Song should get complimented a lot.
This is your channel.
Who cares? You're the star. You're the star of the show.
No, I'm not Baxter is.
Okay, that is also true. There can be two stars of the show. You and Baxter. Ah yes, killing people with kindness. Get loved, idiots. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Which one was it? It was this one, yeah. Actually, you are Starry Bunny Boy. Yep, I'm
Yeah. You are a star.
I love how the ears seem to react with the physics. This is really cool. Put one on Song as well. I wish I could. Let me see. Let me see. I can try. I just have to... Whoops. Lost my tail. Oh. Stop! There we go, close. There we go, we got Song! Woohoo!
Oh.
I felt a lot of whiplash after seeing your go live notification just now. Oh god, what? I forgot what I had as the go live. To be honest. What was it? I want Baxter to beat me over the head, killing me instantly. Yeah, that is something I would write. During dinner, you mentioned that you were going out for drinks with Baxter later. Your moms were still commenting on your plans when you left to get ready. Even a few teasing remarks over the dress code floated upstairs with you. When you opened your drawer, your mind was made up. You'd wear something.
You should wear something formal.
Yeah. Should we do formal or grandly formal? He feels like the type that would be very grandly formal. But then again, I don't wanna potentially like dress too formal, you know? It's like formal feels like a good ground. Like it's not too casual, not too crazy. But I'm not sure.
I'm a formal, casual kind of person, but like just like say go formal.
Everyone's saying heck yeah to Ellie wanting to be passed on the head. Yeah, starry catty boy. Okay, yeah, we'll go with formal casual. You'd spent most of dinner trying to find a middle ground between comfort and the embarrassment of overdressing. Elliot's gonna be in a two-piece suit for a date with Baxter at Wendy's. After digging through your options, you were confident that you'd piece together the perfect outfit. I would be that type of person though. I would like over worry about how I dress and wind up coming in like a full ass tux with a tie to a date. I'm trying to remember what I actually wore to my only IRL date. I think I still have pictures of it. Did I dress up badly? Let me see. I have it in one of these. How did I dress to this? Oh no! I actually just wore a gamer shirt with like a... I wore a gamer shirt with like a plaid like shirt over it, like open. And then I had a hoodie over it. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Out of everything, I didn't worry about myself how I looked, but more of like if I smelled okay.
Yeah, God, I'm always scared that I smell, cause like I can't smell anything personally, so I'm like, oh, it should be fine. But then you know, like, you just never know how you smell to other people. But yeah, why don't either of you deserve compliments? Whenever I search for something or someone who I know will help me unravel the stress of daily life, you two are the first I look to. Oh, song. Sky.
Dude, I swear!
Song, why is the sky like this?
Oh no, man! All I did was play one shot. He just popped up in my stream one day.
So Elia, you're telling me you went on your date in a gamer shirt? Yes, I went in a blue shirt that says just 5 minutes, with a controller on it, and then I wore like a plaid, like long sleeve, like over it, but like I still had it open to where you could see the gamer shirt. No wonder that was the only date I ever got. You make fun of George for the Tomitake. Listen! At least my shirt wasn't stretched out with the text like the Tomitake shirt. At least it was regular ass formatting. Yeah, Elio is a gamer. I show up to the date with my might eat, sleep, Fortnite, repeat shirt. I came cause of one shot. I stayed cause you guys are great. Aww. I mean, just 5 more minutes. Yeah, that one. Ass formatting, so you admit it was bad. Yes, I admit going to a date in a gamer shirt was probably not the best idea, but I was like, you know, they're a gamer too. They'd appreciate the gamer shirt, right? Let's not get carried away. Well, did they? Well, I never went on a date with them ever again after that, so you can get your own assumptions from that as you will. The date just in general was just a disaster. It was bad. I mean, if you guys were boring as fuck and it wasn't possible to bully the fuck out of Ellie, I would have dipped a long time ago. Why is my bullyability at some point? That's how first dates usually go. Listen, no, like someone stole like the thing that goes on like your that you pop off to put your gas in your car. I forget what that's called.
Like the gas cap?
Yeah, the gas cap. When we went to go see the movies, because we went to that one kind of. I'll just tell song. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that was the theater we went to. We didn't go to the good theater. And someone stole the gas cap from his car, which was his dad's car. So we went to go get food at the nearby mall. And he was like, "You can choose whatever food you want." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm cool with whatever you want to eat." And then he's like, "Yeah, no, I'll have whatever you want." And so I chose the like the the sushi place. Yeah, there was like a sushi place. I think, I don't know if it's still around or not because I haven't been to that mall in forever. But we went to like the sushi place, and I found out that he can't eat fish. And then he got a call from his dad, like, because he explained things to his dad, and his dad was pissed off, so he left to go see his dad.
Can we get an F in chat?
Yeah, so it was all around just a disaster. We also saw the movie we saw was, God, what was the name of it? It was that
Despicable
one.
Me.
Not Despicable Me. If only. It was that one monster movie with the guy who the monster's like attached to him. Was it Venom? Was that the name? Venom?
Yeah, that's a synopsis of it.
Yeah.
Like the symbiote attached to a human.
Yeah, the symbiote. Yeah, that movie. And then like there's like this one segment about like the guy's like ex, and it became awkward because my date got very sad, like still thinking of his ex, and I'm just like,
bruh, you're right there.
I'm just like, oh, okay then.
Oh, Superman.
Yeah, Venom was the movie we saw, yeah. So yeah, it was all around just a very awkward date. Thank you, Elia, for making me realize I wouldn't be that bad of a date. Yeah, so if any of you ever thought you had bad dates, just remember that was my first and only IRL date I've ever had. There were a few minutes left before you had to leave, so you made sure that you had everything you might need while you were out. You ran through the essentials: phone, house keys, money, ID. Hey, it looks like that day 50 stream will be coming soon. Nani?
Nani?
As bad as you felt for Baxter, you didn't want to run into a similar problem of forgetting something important. It was a good reminder for both of you to be careful. Once you knew it was all there, you went downstairs and waved to your moms on the way to the house. Their goodbyes and well wishes reached you as you locked up. You walked down the street and arrived at Baxter's house. Quite literally seconds after ringing the doorbell, you heard the rattle of the doorknob turning. Note to self, do not go on a date to a place where you can't eat the food. Well, see, the thing was we were in the mall. We were in the, like, food court area. And he said that I could choose whichever one to go to. Because there was, like, sushi, there was pizza, ice cream, a Subway, and all that, like, in the same area. And he could have said, oh, I can't eat fish, can we do like pizza or whatever? Or at least told me that he can't eat fish. Cause he only told me, and the thing is, he only told me after I ordered. It wasn't when I chose it and we were walking over there that he chose to tell me. It was after I got my food and I was like, oh, what do you want?
I think he just wanted to be like nice and like be nice and like let you eat the stuff that you want, and then you just like eat something from a different place.
Mm-hmm. But he wound up still ordering from the sushi place.
What? He can't.
Yeah.
That's a health risk right there.
You know, he didn't get fish. He got like, I forgot what he got. But it was like spicy. It was like spicy, and he wound up saying it was too spicy, and like running away. We were both in college. The day it was when we were both college age. Yeah. I think there's vegetarian sushi options. Yeah, he got like, I want to say like mapo tofu or something like that. I think he got something like that, and he wound up barely touching it too because it was too spicy. I mean, I can almost forgive that. At least that's an uncontrolled reaction. But going to sushi when you're allergic was a choice. Yeah. Yeah, like, to say you want to go to get pizza. What a waste of food. Yeah. Yeah, ugh. At that point, just don't order anything. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys ever feel bad, just remember how my date went. Why was pizza the first mention? Well, I don't know. Pizza seems to be, for the most part, a pretty safe place to go. I should have chose pizza looking back on it, because I know not too many people like sushi. But I don't know. I was just like, oh, well, of course he'd like sushi, right? But no, I was wrong. Well, no, it wasn't even me thinking about what he'd like. I was thinking of what I liked. I was like, oh, I want sushi. So I should have been more considerate.
Well, it didn't work out, and here we are now. You have someone who actually likes you back the way that you are.
You can literally say, I'm not a fan of sushi. Yeah. And that would have been cool. I would have been like, okay, yeah. Yeah, we can go get some pizza or something. Hi, not a fan of sushi. Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it really isn't. Like, I'm used to it. I live with white people.
Oh, what Boris says, like... it's like, I'm not a fan of sushi. Wait, reading. I'm not a fan of sushi. Hi, I'm not a fan of sushi. I'm Dad.
Also, a lot of people not only can't eat fish, but lots don't like sushi. Yeah. So it makes sense. It makes sense why someone wouldn't like it. The mayonnaise is too spicy for you. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, but this jar is.
I love how you just have that.
I love my water jar.
And you shouldn't blame yourself for something that should be the other person's fault. After all, relationships require mutual understanding and communication. Mayonnaise is an instrument. You walked down the street and arrived at Baxter's house. Quite literally seconds after ringing the doorbell, you heard the rattle of the doorknob turning. The door casually opened. Not too fast, not too slow. And there on the threshold was Baxter, though this time he wasn't in his pajamas, but instead a full suit that was naturally also black and white.
Of course. Handsome as always.
As he should, as he should. Hello, Master. Twy told me you're not streaming. That's why I late. What a liar. What the hell, Twy? And that's a whole lot of positive, encouraging words. Be a shame if I didn't read all that. Aww. If you're eating with someone and they suggest sushi when you're allergic to fish, say it. Yeah, please, please.
That's how you get to know the other person as well.
Yeah. I always tell my friends that I'm allergic to jasmine whenever they talk about having tea. Hello. Thank you for coming. Even if it's not a date, even if it's like meeting with your boss, yeah. And the fact you know it's positive and encouraging, that means you read it. Like people not knowing that sushi is fish.
What's sushi? That sounds good.
Well, no, the guy that I was going on a date with wasn't white. He was Asian. Yeah.
Asian and allergic to fish.
Yeah.
Oh, now I know two people. Now I know three people who are like that.
Oh my god. I would cry if I was allergic to fish. I can't live without my salmon. Not necessary. They could have just guessed from knowing you. Hello. Thank you for coming. Glancing down at yourself, you frowned. So much for a great compromise. Baxter, in comparison, was on an entirely different level of formality. You should have known he wouldn't hold back.
Of course you would.
You found a fantastic ensemble for the event. Really? Absolutely. I think you're dressed wonderfully, and I swear I'm not taking you anywhere strangers will titter about your choice. Formality is merely for the fun of it. Thanks. I was hoping I wouldn't disappoint. Salmon, my beloved. God, I really want onigiri with salmon in it now.
Next time I'm gonna take you to that one Japanese shop and that's in my town.
Please, please.
I don't even remember if we all went together there.
We did not. At least for the recent one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no negative aspects to Elia in the song. Really? Not even to me?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, you sure about that for me? Did you just say COD? COD, darn it. As a duo. I see. You disappoint me. I don't imagine that's possible. Thank you, Baxter!
This squeak!
Let's see, that suit looks very good on you. This suit. Yeah, I like the "and this suits you" one. Yeah, let's choose that one. That one's cute. Channeling every bit of your mom's pun power, you teasingly finished your joke by waving your hands in front of him. Baxter snorted and instantly tried hiding his face by turning away from you. Actually, no. Correction, they're an 11, but they simp for Baxter Ward. Also know that I said that before you made that noise for Baxter. Back to bullying. He's a dad joke enjoyer. Marry this man now, see.
He's in a suit already!
4 gets it. Thank you very much. I had a feeling I might need this while I was vacationing here. Now that you'd gotten a good eyeful, you could discern that Baxter was truly himself. The exhaustion and embarrassment from yesterday's morning adventure were entirely removed from his features. Let's see. I think it's nice to see you've gotten some rest, probably would be the good one. Song, whatever you consider to be negative about you, I just find to be relatable, and it makes it easier to see you as an actual human being who I'd like to be friends with. True! Why is it so cheap to have a party at a haunted house? 'Cause the ghosts bring all the booze. Thanks for noticing. He flicked a stray hair into place and winked. You laughed at his playful display. I'm feeling quite rested this evening, so there shouldn't be any pesky yawning interrupting us. Shall we go? This isn't something we'd want to be late for. Lead the way.
Arm in arm.
And so you both climbed into his car and were off. Baxter drove you out of the neighborhood. Your attention lingered on the starry sky for a moment, able to see a good view of the moon until he took a lazy turn. So like, when Forrest said back to bullying, you meant back to the twi-bullying. I bully everyone equally when I get the chance. We love it. Equality! See, maybe this is why Twi doesn't like Ronaldo. When you turned back to Baxter, his expression said little. He still offered no obvious hints about your destination. I do not like Baxter. He looks too good and perfect. Excess. It's attractive. The only thing you could count on was that the place would serve some form of liquid. Probably. There's something fascinating about Elio's squeaks in the presence of Baxter. I just make the weirdest noises sometimes. So, why recommend formal wear? Elio, I just see you as a sassy child. What?
Sassy Who's this lost sassy child?
What the hell? I know sassy child. I'm older than Song.
Yes.
Well, who likes Ronaldo though? Sometimes? Or... He diligently stared at the road, not yet out of the residential streets of Sunset Bird. You caught a glimpse of his excitement as he continued talking. What kind of liquid? Liquid nitrogen. An old sassy child. Grow up. Vine Boom SFX. God damn it. Older than Song, then why did you call her a dear old friend when she's neither a dear nor older than you?
Oh dear.
I mean, in reference to how long I've known Song. Oh dear. If you recall, I mentioned how we saw some shows while on my trip within a trip. You could call that my inspiration. Once you graciously accepted my invitation, I began the endeavor to search for a particular performance we could see together. Oh. I had high hopes for what I could manage, even with such short notice, and happily I doubt you shall be disappointed. Oh, you shouldn't have, Baxter! The Rainforest Cafe? He let his words settle, drumming up the anticipation. Coincidentally, the car rolled to a stop at a light. Turned to you with a proud grin. Honestly, if someone took me on a date to the Rainforest Cafe, I might just propose to them on the spot, to be honest. I don't even know if Rainforest Cafe still exists. I've always wanted to go. There used to be one in San Francisco I always wanted to go to, but I think they shut down.
be honest, I never heard of the place.
Oh, it's like a cafe where the whole thing is rainforest themed. They got like animatronics of like rainforest animals, and like the sounds sound like a rainforest, and like it's so cute. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's, but rainforest themed. Yeah, Rainforest Cafe ain't no way. Oh, yo, you a Rainforest Cafe lover too, fool? Let's go.
The closest place I can think of what you're describing is this place called the Elephant Bar, but it quickly got shut down because there are a lot of reports of food poisoning.
Aww, who cares? Just a little bit of food poisoning as a treat. Let me see the elephant. This elephant, the elephant, see him out. Cat Cafe Superior. I like all animal cafes. As a Floridian, I dislike the humidity of a rainforest. You been to a rainforest? It's a funny way to say maid cafe. Cat maid cafe. I'm in. I'm allergic to cats, unfortunately. Aw, damn. What about furless cats? What about the binguses?
How can you stand to look at Elio right now, then?
Are you sneezing, Sky? Tonight we'll be seeing a live show featuring a comedy of errors style romance. Oh? His foot pressed on the gas and he turned off on the main road. A show. It wasn't anything you were expecting, but then again, it was Baxter. You're getting the impression he liked to surprise you. Wait, what about drinks? Unless there's a cafe in the middle of a theater, that was very misleading information. I mean, some theaters you could get drinks at. There's Rainforest Cafe in Japan. Ah, you're lucky!
Uno momento, someone's knocking on my door.
Hey, no problem. I'm also allergic to cats. Didn't stop me yet, and never will until it kills me. Nothing separates me and those footballs. Same. If I was ever allergic to cats, I would simply just live with it. Just deal with it. They're too cute to not have in your life. Joke's on you, I can't see shit. Oh, that is true. We're not asking if you can see shit. We want to know if you see the wonderful people on stream. It's okay. skyrkon can see one wonderful person on stream and one shit, which is me. Hearing is enough for me. Just own Elio the cat boy. Easy peasy. Sky sees song in Baxter. In that order. God. Is there? I'm gonna Google this. Is there still a Rainforest Cafe in California? Huh. I guess I'm allergic to cats too. I'm allergic to myself.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Checking to see if there's still a Rainforest Cafe in California. There is. It's in Ontario. I don't think I've ever been there. Is that the only one in California? Where's Ontario at? Have you ever been to Ontario?
No.
Yeah, looks like that's the only California location. Time to go to Ontario. Azure, do you mind if I pat those cat ears you have there? I have an urge to fluff them. Yeah, sure, no problem. Here you go. I low-key want to go to that cat cafe in Japan that only has cats roaming around. You know, have you guys heard of the Moomin Cafe, where there's just like a ginormous Moomin that like sits at your table? I think that's so cute. Nya 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 nya
For a second there, I thought you were gonna do like the Jeopardy and meows. Marvelous,
Thank
beautiful,
you.
amazing,
Thank you.
exquisite.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Pika. You mean that Tijuana? I was thinking that too, Toy, but I didn't want to make a fool of myself again. Cat cafes is just another way of saying all-you-can-eat buffet. To be clear, I am Chinese, so I can make this joke. Oi, no eating cats.
No.
There's one at New Vegas, but New Vegas has everything. Oh, Las Vegas. Yeah, and Fallout New Vegas has everything. It would be cool if Fallout had a rainforest cafe. That the world is destroyed, but the animatronics persist. Hasn't been a Fallout yet. Not a cafe, but... Oh, it's not the rainforest cafe.
No.
No. Baxter's smile grew. He had expected your reaction. They do serve drinks. An excellent selection from what I found. And it will only be drinks. There's no food on the menu. Is it a bar?
Don't tell me it's the elephant bar.
We about to get food poisoning, boys! Let's go! He shrugged his shoulders, not particularly finding that to be a loss. We were glad you weren't hungry. Cats are cute, I can agree with that. If there's a cat presented before me, I wouldn't hesitate to pet it if it allows me to. So true. However, as promised, the drinks are crucial to the experience. You see, this isn't at some grand arena. You'll find tonight's entertainment is at the spectacularly immersive setting of a jazz bar. Yo, we in Persona 5?!
Jazz bar?
All patrons will witness the story unfold in that very room. His voice lowered, theatrically so, fitting for the topic of conversation. Also, if you'd like, it's possible for the actors to interact with you directly. Oh. I'm not sure what to say.
The freaking second to last, I was like, oh, that sounds social.
I have social anxiety.
And then the last one, how many Baxter Ward of you?
I'm kind of tempted to choose that one.
I would go, that's amazing, because to be honest, going to a jazz bar, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I've never been to a jazz bar. Never heard anything like that in the area. You wondered how Baxter had found it. It sounded like so much fun. He let out a single gleeful chuckle and brightened considerably. At the bar, so you want to talk about the elephant in the room?
Oh my god, funny enough, literally at the entrance, it's such a giant ass elephant coming out of the wall that you can take a picture of.
Oh my god, why did they close? Who cares about food poisoning? I want to go to the elephant cafe. God damn it. I thought you'd appreciate it. It was so fortunate that they were having a performance tonight. No kidding. It was perfect. Couldn't wait to get there. I've been fed by meows are wise. Hi, Linux. You picture the place. Figured it'd look classy. Maybe there'd be a band in the corner and elaborately dressed actors right out of an old noir movie. Big Band is there. He's the entire band. How exciting. You get to see the show up close. The first date was on a jazz bar, speaking of. Oh, really? It's weird because they didn't like jazz and told me afterwards why exactly that. What's with our dates not telling us when they have issues with stuff?
I'm assuming they don't want to make it like a bad impression.
But still, like, Like, it's the whole date! If you don't like jazz, like, why go on a date to a jazz place? Oh, I'm so sorry, Solstice. Baxter drove into the heart of the city, passing by the twinkling lights of the urban night until he pulled into a public parking lot. He switched his phone's map app to walking mode. Who cares about food poisoning? I can see why you often have stomach aches now. What is wrong with people? Rule 1, don't go to a jazz bar if you don't like jazz.
You like jazz? No.
What is wrong with you? It's an 8-minute stroll from here. You shrugged, not needing to point out that walking tended to be your main form of transportation anyway. Both of you exited the car, and Baxter made a note of where exactly he was leaving it. Luckily, the lot was well lit and located in a busy area. It'd be hard to miss. If you want to give a good impression, just be honest. For real. Rule 2, don't go to a sushi place if you are allergic to fish. Rule 3, don't take the spicy meal if you can't handle spicy food. God, yeah. He led you across the road and then followed the sidewalk until his phone proclaimed that you had reached the correct building. Baxter got the door for you. Thanks. I just saw Freddy Five Bear looking over Hatsune Miku in the format of the last panel of Loss. My day has been ruined in the elevator. You can't just say that. Share it with the class. Of course. Inside, he switched his phone off of the map, but continued tapping away at it. Now, where is it? Your dates all annoy me. There, I said it. Yeah, they annoyed me too. Let me see. No, this is my secret. Curses. Let me see.
In a hospital bed.
Oh my god. I love it. He huffed as he scrolled the screen. You could immediately tell when he found what he was looking for from his reaction. He finally relaxed into his normal state of friendly nonchalance. If you were suddenly placed in front of some IRL, would you hypothetically tell them you didn't like tacos if they suddenly asked if you wanted to go to Taco Bell?
What?
I guess it depends. Do you like anything else that Taco Bell serves? Because I personally don't like tacos as much, but I like nachos. And I like burritos. And I like Mexican pizzas.
Not gonna lie. I've never been to Taco Bell.
What? You've never been to... What? We're going to Taco Bell next time. When are you free? I'm taking you to Taco Bell. When are you free, Song? Give me your availability.
Okay, I'll just throw my work schedule at you then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I have been there physically, but I have not gotten everything over there. I only went to the drive-thru once with my mom, and she wanted to get her taco or
What?
burrito or something like that. But I never got anything over there.
Damn, and you're Californian?
I'd rather have like big old thick burritos than anything. than a scrawny taco that may be like filled with oil.
See, the only time I get like a taco from Taco Bell is the Doritos Los Tacos when it's like the 2-for-1 special. Otherwise, I either get the nacho fries, the nacho supreme Bel Grande or whatever it's called, or the Mexican pizza, or a big beefy burrito. You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna use with that donation for dinner. I think I'm gonna buy myself Taco Bell.
Do it.
What happened, y'all? Song has never been to Taco Bell.
Oh, and Burger King.
You what? 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 I love Burger King. I love their chicken fries. What?
And Carl's Jr.
Okay, Carl's Jr. is understandable. I only like their star-shaped nuggets. But even then, I think it's just the fact that they're shaped like stars that I like them.
I wonder why. Starry bunny boy. Sorry, buddy boy, Elio Lappy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like all I've ever eaten at Carl's Jr. I only get the junior stars. Tom, how could the queen not go to the king? Yeah, no Burger King. I gotta at least, okay.
The Burger King's not my king though, it's Shao.
Okay, so like I could kind of understand the aversion to Burger King, even though I like Burger King. Because every time I have Burger King, I feel sick afterwards. But it's good. I like the food. It's just my tummy doesn't like the food. That's crazy. I grew up on Burger King, so that blows my mind, right? I always...
I just thought of a better comeback joke, so that's why. The Burger King is not my king, because I am with the Duke, and his name is Risley.
Yeah. I don't know, Carl's Jr. isn't as impactful on the American eatery scene. Like, I could understand people going to Applebee's more than Carl's Jr. I thought you'd say burger, I hardly know her. Yeah, oh my god, so next time we're free, I'm taking you to Burger King and Taco Bell. We could probably have Burger King first and then Taco Bell as like the lighter meal, probably.
Okay.
That's a Carl's Jr.'s. It's like some burger joint. The only thing that I care about Carl's Jr.'s is that their chicken nuggets are shaped like stars. Taco Bellio. Welcome to Applebee's. Would you like apples or bees?
Not the bees! Not the bees!
Not the bees! Ah! Curious, you poked your head closer to read what it was. It made sense when you saw it was digital confirmation of his purchase tickets. Yeah, there's no Carl's Jr.'s where I grew up, and I rarely ever see a Carl's Jr. where No, see, the reason I don't go to Carl's Jr. is because, at least where I grew up as a kid, the Carl's Jr.'s was always near Burger King. Your ass knows I'm gonna choose Burger King!
Arby's too.
Arby's? I don't think I've ever been to Arby's. I think my family has gone to Arby's, but like, I don't remember eating anything from Arby's. I know Carl, and I didn't particularly like him. Why would I go eat at his son's place? No bees. Slowly puts away the jar of very aggravated and aggressive bees. In front of you is a small line where a man would check tickets before waving people onward. Baxter slipped into the back, and you waited until it'd be needed. I'm glad we arrived on time. Missing the show was likely the only chance of this event going awry. We'd make it work even if we were late. It's funny because I just watched a show that had killer bees, and by that I mean literally bees used to murder. Really?
Murder bees? Excuse me?
Murder bees! That reminded me of like a news article I saw where like, oh, maybe I shouldn't talk about it actually, never mind. But I was just like, you go bees, you go! Kick their ass, bees! Wow, I don't remember what I ate at Arby's too. Yeah, I can't remember ever eating anything at Arby's. I'm not surprised by bees used as murder weapons. Yeah, Killer Queen. Was that the name of the ad? No? Was it Killer Queen or was it Killer Bee? I forget. But fuck that one.
Killer Bee is an anime character from Naruto.
Queen Bee. Oh, that was it. Queen Bee. Yeah, fuck Queen Bee. Hate that Abno. Stuffs everyone full of bees. Turns them into bees. We'd make it work even if we were late. The other guests in line were dressed to the nines. Some were even in vintage clothes. Baxter's previous advice was correct. Wow, sick Identity V reference. Go off. The wait wasn't too long. After chatting with Baxter for a moment, it was his turn to show his digital tickets. That reminded me, actually, Jackie. I'm gonna be in an Identity V fandom soon. I turned in the lines for it. I'm Alice.
Let's go!
Yee.
Go,
Collect-
Bestie, go. Go, Bestie, go. Go,
Yeah.
Bestie, go.
It's me with a British accent too. Killer Queen da! Sano bakudan! Pizza testo! Yare yare da ze. The usher was young, probably only a few years older than you. The bags around his eyes spoke to the fact that this was nowhere near the start of his day. Oh. But yes or no? Yes! These are for you and your friend, right? Oh wait, you want to be the usher?
Let's see. These are for you and your friend, right?
You nodded and took a step next to Baxter, making it clearer that you were here together.
Cool, cool. Thanks for coming in.
Question was, you like jazz? I do like jazz. I am a bit of a Persona 5 fan. We are thankful for you having us. Yay, I knew you'd make a great Alice. Yeah, thank you. I think I also got the part for Edgar as well. Cause we were going through some comics and there was a thing with Edgar in it. And I like read his line and he was like, yo, that's like my headcanon voice of Edgar, and I'm like, what? Yippee! Baxter shoved his phone into his pocket for good once he got approval. He inspected the two of you and tilted his head to the side. Bees are for you and your friend. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anyone, anywhere, down here in the deep blue sea. Oh yeah, this is you, by the way.
Here's some ground rules before you enter the show. Everyone gets them.
He began explaining the guidelines, a succinct list that he'd obviously said hundreds of times before. For the most part, the rules wanted you to act as a polite human being. You could do that. Can I?
Last, if you want to actually participate in the show, you can take one of these necklaces.
Yo, we can participate in the show?
Ayo.
Let's go. Yeah, Edgar, Elio, let's go! Yeah! He pointed out a box full of glowing jewel necklaces. Yo, are we gonna play Pretty Pretty Princess?
Okay, well, I still hold my title as the prettiest princess of them all.
Oh, I'm sure. Each was gaudy enough that anyone wearing one would be noticeable in a crowd.
Oh wait, that was how we got this collab to begin with.
What? Yeah, it was because you won!
The memories are coming back.
Thank you, Pretty Pretty Princess.
Wearing one of these beauties means that you're a part of the same world as the actors are. No necklace, no participation. The actors will treat you like an invisible audience member. You can still speak out if they're suddenly inspired, but nobody's gonna put focus directly on you. So, any takers?
Ooh, he's participating! Let's go! It would be my pleasure. Baxter volunteered immediately, and the usher fished a necklace from the back. I mean, we gotta volunteer too!
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, okay, let's go. I like one too. The usher pulled out a second necklace and handed them out with an encouraging expression.
For the show.
You were waved off and allowed to enter into the showroom, past heavy double doors. The showroom was ooh, got like a whole ass band over here.
I am hoping, at least at one point, there'll be a song that goes.
No, this area looks like a dancing area, so we better be dancing.
I'm hoping so.
The showroom was a sight to behold. From floor to ceiling, it was lit up. Yet none of that was bright enough to be blinding. The bar was full of expensive bottles and gilded engravings. Go for it! Yeah, this looks like the karaoke bar from Yakuza. The back had a pit for musicians, large enough for a full band to play. The instruments were already set up. You were taken to the bar and seated at the 2 empty stools at the end. The booths along the walls were already filled with groups of other guests, laughing and clinking glasses. You know what? This is another thing we gotta go to, Song, because I've been to one with Yume. We gotta go to a karaoke bar.
Please, I've always wanted to go to a karaoke bar.
Yeah, I know of one that I've been wanting to go to because apparently they have like booths and you can get like Pocky and stuff there. So it's a bit out of the way for us, but we can maybe plan a day there sometime. It feels like the perfect place for like an anime convention after party, to be honest, because there, I just sent you where it's at.
Yes!
So, yeah, so we could go to like that one con over there and then go to the karaoke bar afterwards. They had a full house. This was a popular event. Maybe a bigger deal than what Baxter had presented it as. I'm either expecting to see a talking cat or suddenly Majima. Yakuza Metro. God, that fight was so funny. The ages varied. Some of the crowd was made up of fresh-faced 20-somethings, while others were silver-haired elders. He may have been the youngest in the room. I am a silver-haired... Maybe I'm not a fresh-faced 20-something, actually. I'm a 2000. Gosh, I'd love to go one day. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun, karaoke bars. The karaoke bar we went to had like anime songs too, because I remember I sang the Madoka Magica opening there.
Watch me go ala with Bon Bon Bon.
You're 202. Anime song? I wanna go there. 2000? So 2000 years old. Okay, maybe not 2000. I'm not there yet. Forever 202. And almost everyone was dressed up. Sequined dresses, fitted suits, expensive jewelry as far as the eye could see. No broad generalization to be made about the kinds of people who would watch a show at a jazz club, other than most of them knew how to dress. Elliot shops at Forever 201. I shop at Forever 202, excuse you? The few exceptions in casual clothes stuck out between all the elaborate, well-coiffed looks. That just reminds me of that, have you seen the, Anonymous M song? I think it was by Pinocchio? The Miku song? I'm Anonymous M, this.
Oh, that.
Elliot, the point of Forever 21 is that you're older than 21 but shop there. You're exactly 202, so you would not need to shop there. Oh! Wait, really? That's the point of Forever 21?
I know it's supposed to give you the feel that that whatever your dress, you'll forever feel like you're 21.
I wasn't sure. For some reason, I thought Forever 21 was for like teenagers. Maybe I got it confused with what's that one? Like Justice something? Teen Justice?
Yeah, something like that. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. At least you weren't the only sore thumb of the bunch. Apollo Justice. Hawk Tongue. Apparel Justice.
Apparel.
Apollo stops being a defense attorney and just opens up his own store.
He works in retail now.
That poor man. The second usher bowed and left you alone, just for a bartender to appear out of nowhere and pick it right up where they left off. He passed each of you a drink menu, smooth and practiced. Are you
Let's
on?
see you tonight. Just let me know if you're ready to order.
Of course. The bartender inclined his head cordially, and then busied himself with polishing a glass with a white cloth. The jazz bar took the immersion seriously. Even the guy serving drinks had the proper aesthetic for the world the show took place in. Bartender, I hardly know her. He wore subtle eyeliner, and there was something about how he carried himself that made him seem like he'd wandered off a movie set. Especially with highly coordinated shabby clothes for a uniform. So Forever 21 is not there to get an XXL trench coat to get past the front desk of the movie theater. I guess not. Well, there goes my plans for shopping there.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh. Thank you.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Bless you.
Gotta love the summertime season.
Right?
Bless you.
Oh my
Bless you.
god, can I stop sneezing, please?
Did you close your window?
Yeah, it's kind of slightly cracked. Let me close it.
Bless you.
Oh.
Bless you.
There we go. Yeah, I don't just sneeze like a kitten. I am a kitten now. I curse you. Let's see if that fixes things. Please. I hope so. You shared a look with Baxter before examining the menu. From first glance, it was impressive. In total, it held 5 pages of drinks, each with detailed descriptions, and some even had photos. You turned to the last section, entirely for non-alcoholic drinks. What? I'm not drinking! Bless you, sneeze like a bunny. Oh, thank you. You read the blurbs, enjoying both the descriptiveness and the sense of humor. What was that? Honey? You guys...
Am I in to say you minimized it? I was like, wait, what you meant? Huh? What happened? Everything's frozen? Okay.
Oh.
We're back to normal now.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All good.
Oh, we're 18. Whoops, I forgot about that. Wait, why are we going to a bar if we're under 18? I guess it's for the vibes.
Non-alcoholic drinks, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess it's just for the vibe.
Yeah.
A few minutes later, a waiter in a full suit turned up. His tie was a muted maroon, and the only thing separating him from his clients was his pad for taking orders. Hey, yo, it's Maroon 5? You wondered why he approached you rather than leaving you to the bartender. Maybe because it was so busy. Is he at the payphone?
Welcome to our show. Can I get you anything, or do you need some time? Need some more time?
Hopefully it works similar to how thinking you're not a fish fixes hiccups. I tried telling Song that earlier. Cause Song was having hiccups
I forgot
too.
about my hiccups.
Yeah, it worked! Again, I hate all your dates, including Baxter. Baxter leaned forward in his chair, no hesitation. I would like a baby Bellini, please. Boss baby?
Baby Bellini? I'm gonna look this up. A baby Bellini.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Thinking not a fish. What? Yeah. I don't know, but it works. Whenever you have hiccups, you just remember you're not a fish and it stops the hiccups. It works. I've done it.
What? It's not black and white, excuse me.
What? What, Baxter?
Baxter. Apparently it's a It's like a peach and champagne cocktail.
I'm shocked. Bamboozled.
Big advertisement.
He didn't get coffee with milk added. The fuck? Baxter passed the menu back. The waiter took it with a polite nod, then turned to you. You glanced over your options with one final read-through, and then said you would like... Oh god.
Oh my, that's a lot.
Yeah. What the fuck is an Arnold Palmer?
That actually sounds. Well, that strangely sounds for an R.
I think you probably like a Shirley Temple. A fruit-only martini.
Arnold Palmer non-alcoholic beverage provides iced tea and lemonade.
Oh! That sounds
Okay, okay. I remember now. There are people at my work, like customers at my workplace, always request this. That's why.
good. Really?
Yeah, iced tea mixed with lemonade.
Huh. That sounds kind of good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm between Fruit Only Martini, Shirley Temple, or an Arnold Palmer. What are you thinking? Let's see.
Not gonna lie. The only thing I know here is like the sparkling cider, the cherry cola, and a Virgin Mary, and that's all.
Well, see.
And I barely drink any of those.
Shirley Temple can be an alcoholic drink, but it can also be non-alcoholic. I used to have Shirley Temples all the time as a kid. I actually feel like I recently talked about that when we were all together for Korean barbecue, because Yume got a Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It was really pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We used to go to like this lodge every weekend with my family. And they had like a bar, and like there was also like a back area for the kids. I remember I played Street Fighter 2 there a lot because they had like an arcade machine for Street Fighter there. But yeah, the building was split between like restaurant-y area, bar, back area with arcades and stuff. And I would always get a Shirley Temple, and it was like Sprite instead of alcohol, but also people could get it with like Coca-Cola as well. So yeah, it's like Sprite and like cherry, like a little cherry juice with like a cherry on top, if I remember correctly. But yeah, and I'm not familiar with any of the ones you said. I don't know what a Virgin Mary has. Is it cherry?
Oh wait, I think I might be thinking Bloody Mary.
Oh.
Or like, it's your choice.
Oh, it's tomato. I don't like tomato juice. You a snitch? So maybe cherry cola? I think you said cherry cola, right?
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Virgin Mary has a child. Not sure why you ask. He handed your menu over and the waiter put it with Baxter's. He inclined his head politely one more time.
Thank you, thank you, esteemed guest. I'll return shortly.
The waiter sauntered off and vanished through a side door away from the bar. Baxter's fingertips tapped the counter rhythmically. The soft sounds faded into a din around you. He met your inquisitive gaze with a confidence.
Gaze where?
I'm right here, Baxter. I knew what I wanted as soon as I saw that name. I firmly appreciate sparkling drinks, as well as peaches. I'm just surprised you didn't get a black and white one. With a wicked smirk, his voice lowered to a husky rumble.
Oh.
I would prefer it without the baby, however. Oh, okay. Well, oh, he wanted it as an alcoholic drink? Is that what he's saying? I'm not sure what I would say to that.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, that sounds good. You do have some experience with my tastes. In the distance, the musicians filtered onto the stage from backstage. The sounds of tuning strings took over the soundscapes as they prepared for the big event. Crimes!
Exciting.
We're underage, Baxter! The action approaches. There were still a few minutes before he thought the production was scheduled to start. The air was full of anticipation, but still relaxed. The two of you chatted over your respective jazz music experience until the waiter arrived with the drinks. Lock 'em up. Death sentence!
Yes. Maybe in like what, 1800s?
Yeah.
Maybe. When it was illegal.
When there was the great like cohibition or whatever. Damn. I was like, hey there, Billy! The waiter carried a silver platter with stiff formality. He passed out the glasses, not even finding fingerprints due to his white gloves. Did I stutter? Can't believe you're from the 1700s.
I just realized something. I feel like probably like when he gets older, he prefer white wine.
Yeah. Yeah, he would. He would. Cause it's white.
White wine with a black label.
Yeah. God. Mix in like some like blackberry juice or whatever with it. Curiously, neither drink had been filled at the bar you were sitting at. He placed her cherry cola on the counter in front of you before setting down Baxter's baby Bellini. Thanks. Bro probably learned chess because the pieces are black and white. Yeah, he would.
Yes, he would.
Thank you so much. Gently, Baxter lifted his drink to his lip and sipped at the fruity beverage. He appeared as the very picture of sophistication, with his stem glass in hand and a distant, unreachable gaze. Sitting there with him, everything suddenly hits you. His formal clothes, his fancy drink, the glamorous setting, and his dazzling smile all came together. He'd pulled out all the stops for this adventure.
Verdict this morning.
It felt like whiplash compared to what happened with the far simpler, much more normal cafe date. Elio wishes he was the fruity thing on Baxter's lips. So true! Why'd you have to put me on blast like that, though? It had to be intentional. You're certain that the sparkling glitz was his goal. He practically said it out loud with his original invitation. You're never gonna underestimate him whenever he got an opportunity to prepare. You picked up your own drink and sampled the refreshment. I'm annoyed with this form. Eh? What do you mean? It was delicious and had a pleasant consistency. After a flicker of the lights and an electric moment of silence, you heard the sounds of a keyboard. Contact name, if applicable, is a required field. If applicable, why is it required? Yeah, I don't have a name, actually. Sorry. My name doesn't exist. I'm nameless. Yanashi. The crowd...
Yeah, they are no name.
Are you unable to go NA? Yeah, I have no name, I do not exist, do not perceive me. The crowd hushed, waiting on bated breath, and the rest of the band kicked in. A saxophone cut into the song before being backed by a chorus of trumpets. A bass player strummed along while the drummer kept the time. Everyone around you straightened, on the lookout for something. Nobody was sure what, but they'd know when they saw it. The double doors at the front opened, and all eyes were on a pair as they entered. That's what I'll do, but like, that's stupid. Just make it not required, since, you know, if it's applicable... The leader strode in with her heels clicking against the glowing walkway. Her form-fitting evening gown sparkled in the dazzling lights. She strutted to the center of the room, a grimace on her red-painted lips. Behind her, another actor casually followed. They easily could have been passed over, especially with many of the guests around them dressed far more formally. This character was plain in appearance, especially compared to the glitter of the other. They took quicker steps and reached out. Oh, CG. That's quite some for a second. I thought like she had 2 fingers here. Both of the characters came to an abrupt stop at the center of the room. The glamorous one spoke loudly, letting her words carry over the band. Do you want to be the diva?
Oh, should I be dramatic with this?
Yes.
I feel like I'll peek the mic. Let's see. My darling friend, you know I must have. You know I don't have time for this. I have to prepare for the show. And the show, I have to prepare for the show and must rest my voice. How else will I manage to sing?
Yeah, diva looks mad dramatic. The singer sidestepped away from her friend, greatening the space between them. And I mean, her name is Diva, so.
I do not want to discuss this.
The friend shrunk away, but refused to back down. There was fight in the way they stood. The singer sighed. She crossed her arms, her frustration towards the topic making her next words bitter.
It is more than enough to my own parents, and his parents keep bothering me. You don't need to go add that to that number, my dear.
I can't leave it alone. Not when you're making such a mistake. The singer put her hands up, dismissing her friend. Her movements were as sharp as her stilettos.
I repeat, I do not have time for this. I'm going to my dressing room.
She swept across the room and then glanced her direction before quickly looking away. She exited through a door near the band. We were struck by her last expression. Was that sorrow? Longing? Forbidden love. Either way, you had gathered the situation. The two were acquainted, and the diva was a performer at the venue. Her friend wasn't. They'd come to offer unwanted, but likely needed assistance. The music slowed down, suddenly somber after the frenetic energy of the singer's outburst. Okay, but like, how can there be a dressing room if there's no undressing room? You just want there to be an undressing room so you can go there, Twy.
Yeah, but...
Her friend hadn't moved. They hugged their arms around themselves and slumped in defeat. Or is the dressing room for salad?
Would that just be the refrigerator?
You were so focused on them that when a voice came right from behind, you almost fell out of your stool.
It's like talking to a brick wall, isn't it?
You craned your head over to the bartender. He was the same man who had passed you the drink menu. He was still at work polishing a glass. He was part of the bid all along. That probably wasn't even a real bar. Yet again, the commitment to realism surprised you. You just want there to be an undressing room so you can go there. Elio, I've had these clothes on for years. I want to take them off. The friend took a deep breath before rushing over to the counter. Now that they were closer, you could tell their clenched hands were shaking. They directed a scowl at the bartender in full force. You need... Oh, wait. Is this the same guy, or...?
I don't know.
It feels like it's someone talking to the guy, but I'm not sure.
I don't like... You need to talk to her.
Unlike when they had spoken to the singer, those words were bidden out. They went as close to the bartender, not willing to allow him the same niceties afforded to their friend. Oh, okay, so this was the guy. Whoops.
Okay.
The bartender scoffed in their face. He wasn't any founder of them, but he was trying to retain an ounce of professional decorum.
Why would I? I've got no attachment to that lady.
None of the crowd was buying it. You heard unconvinced snorts throughout the room.
And she acted like I wasn't even here. Words. And she acted like I wasn't even here to be here. Besides, she wants the stage, and that's all. All I'm good for is watching her, same as everyone else in this world.
You gripped the glass tightly. You could faintly hear the polishing cloth squeak against it.
She's not interested in my words, just as she told you. There's no time for that.
The friend objected harshly, pointing a finger into the bartender's face. They weren't letting him get away with such a falsehood. She can't admit it because you won't admit it.
You're making me laugh, kid. The only folks who want us to get together are you and our parents. Oh,
Ooh.
drama.
He steered the friend away by flinging his hand through the air. He had the audience captivated, half of them flinching from the gesture. Damn. I guess I should have got that Arthur drink after all, so that they could spill the tea.
I'm working. Don't block the bar.
The friend tossed their hair at him before they skulked away. They waved at a booth of necklace-wearing guests and then slid onto the edge of the cushion. They rolled their eyes and their entire head along with it, intentionally exaggerating, and their new table mate snickered. I don't know how I put up with either of them. He was starting to get the feel for the show. All the actors' behaviors were turned up to 11 for the sake of comedy. And the heart of the story was clear. The venue singer and its bartender were in love, but wouldn't admit it due to outside pressure and fear that the other didn't feel the same. A clattering sound brought your attention back to the bartender. He put the glass he had been polishing away. With his hands free, he idly glanced around for his next task. He settled on you and Baxter. His gaze dropped to your necklaces, and he gave a professional smile. You're both in the story world.
Can I get either of you anything? Refills, a new drink? On the house. Consider an apology for the ruckus.
He leaned over the counter and nodded pointedly at the friend. They blocked their face with their hand and sunk into the booth, trying to escape the stare. One of the guests at their table happened to have a paper fan and held it out to them. They gratefully took it and hid behind it instead. The bartender shook his head, fed up. Baxter, meanwhile, grinned.
Gladly.
That would be delightful. I could use another baby Bellini.
Of course, sir.
Even while the picture of poise and polite manners, Baxter gave the air of being quite smug over the formal address. The bartender shifted closer to you. You could now smell his spiced cologne.
And you?
I could get another round of this, or maybe not. You picked up your glass and swirled the drink around. Not wanting to hold up the show for long, you asked the bartender for... Oh god.
On the same drink or a different kind of drink? Your choice.
Now let's go with the Arnold Palmer, so that they can spill the tea.
Got it.
The bartender looked around the shelves of the fake bar, but scratched his head.
Oh, darn, I'm missing something. I always tell the owner he needs to keep this place better stocked.
He grumbled a little more, earnest complaints. Not one to give up, he thought about his options. The crowd tittered with amusement as the friend peeked out with a flush on their cheeks from the other side of the room. Also, hold on. This is getting me to crave, like, a drink, so I'm gonna grab my cherry Coca-Cola from across the room.
Do it. Meanwhile, I will take a sip of my Wawa. And I am all out of Wawa. not enjoying the show?
I also grabbed some mini scones.
Yay! You have food!
Yeah!
Even though they're like treats and sweets.
Yeah,
It's something for you to eat!
yeah, it's something. I got something.
It's boys still work rating. Eat food! Also, I just want to say, I love how the game developers working with the artists and having like the details to everything here is so nice and considerate. They have like the lighter palm like tone
Yes.
for the darker skinned characters.
So good. It's a shame how a lot of like media doesn't do that with the hands, which is a really big shame because it's really realistic. Crowd tittered.
It's a detail like not a lot of people think about, but like
It's really important.
yes.
It's like it's not one a lot of people think about, but it's an important detail. The crowd tittered with amusement as the friend peeked out with the flush on their cheeks from the other side of the room.
If I'm right, there's some in the back. I'll return with your drink soon.
Of course, there's no need to hurry. I appreciate it. He looks so smug.
He's always so smart.
Baxter lifted his existing baby Bellini with the drama of a supervillain.
like was it Leonardo DiCaprio when he played that one I forgot, in that one movie where he's like lifting up the martini with fireworks in the background?
Yes. He wondered if he was being unaware, trying to put on a good show. I'm just imagining him like tipping the Bellini like that. I'm so mad that Baxter isn't a theater kid. He would be like the best theater kid, for real.
I mean, he kind of is because he does ballroom dancing.
Mm-hmm. That's theater kid for rich kids. The bartender threw his cleaning cloth over his shoulder and briskly abandoned his station. He disappeared through a curtained door beside the bar. He guessed that the real drink station was through there. He noticed the actual waiter bounce from table to table fulfilling orders, even during the performance. Oh, whoops. Made sense to put the supplies somewhere off stage so that the bar could keep putting out drinks, no matter what was happening with the story. Without the bartender, you and Baxter had to reorient yourselves as to where the action went. Most of the crowd's eyes were away from the tables. The friend character had scrambled out of the booth and paced along the length of the room. They were still troubled and stopped just short of biting their nail. Just as they'd clasped their hands together, the singer made her reappearance. Ooh, excuse me. Music swelled as she sashayed out of her dressing room, once more the center of attention. Her presence spellbound the crowd, instantly taking the focus. Ah! The friend cautiously crept over to her, stepping around the tables between them. Feeling refreshed?
Of course, darling. I'm a professional.
Speaking of professionalism, why didn't you say hi to the bartender earlier? He is here, you know. The singer scoffed, echoing the exact same cadence the bartender had before. They were a perfect match of stubbornness.
He doesn't like me. He made it very clear. He told his parents as much. He told my parents.
She struck a defiant pose, sounding utterly disgusted.
Who does that? What a cad. I was gonna say cod for a second.
Cod. Cod, damn it. Her friends scratch the back of their head, their face twisted comedically as they choose their words with care. Didn't you tell his parents that you did not like him when they suggested it? I also recall when your parents accused you of being attached to him, you denied it, vehemently, with him in the room. The singer huffed, but didn't deny the events. She and the bartender's relationship was messy. And isn't it true that you do like our... illustrious bartender? If your foolish parents hadn't meddled, you'd be all over each other by now. The singer let out a deliberate, prideful laugh. It was dark and barely concealing very real hurt.
Do not even pretend. He doesn't care for me, and I don't care for him.
She cast her gaze over the pockets of attendees gathered around her and spread her arms wide.
I bet everyone in this room has heard him bad-mouthing me as soon as I left, didn't you? You get purple.
Should we be a villain? Or should we be nice?
I mean... Bartender wasn't like saying nice things about her either. But like I feel like that's just again complications with their parents.
Yeah. Don't you want to play matchmaker?
I don't want to play matchmaker.
I'm stuck between being mean and saying you were like a brick wall.
That was the first thing he said.
Or going, he said he doesn't think you like him, to try to like matchmake them. I'm not sure.
They like each other, but they think that they don't like each other.
Yeah. That's probably like a good choice to get for them to realize.
He doesn't think that you like him.
She snapped her fingers and pointed at you. The weight of the room's stairs landed on your face.
Could be because that's exactly right.
The crowd laughed at that, and she played them into a boisterous chatter. When the room finally settled and the singer had passed along a few more barbs about the bartender, the friend slung an arm around her. Can't you please hear me out? The singer groaned and shrugged out of her friend's embrace. She backed up with a frown.
I need a drink.
She spun to face the bar before thinking better of it. Apparently she didn't need a drink that badly. I was about to be like, yeah, aren't you gonna go to the bartender for the drink?
Not here, of course. I have standards.
The sole of her shoe tapped on the floor. She needed action to deal with all that restless energy.
I believe this counts as an emergency. Please hold. I need to fetch my crisis bottle from my purse.
She stuck her nose high in the air and swanned off to her dressing room once more. Her friend stood alone in the center of the room. The decrescendo of the music made the room quiet. In the distance, a door slammed. The diva reached her room. Her abandoned friend visibly winced at the anger of the noise. They closed their eyes and mentally counted to 10. Slowly, their stance unwound as they forced themselves to relax. They glanced furtively to the left and then to the right. Okay. The last actor left spoke to the entire room, projecting their voice loudly. While they're gone, does anyone have any ideas to get these two to admit their actual feelings? It's been weeks of me putting up with their arguments. I'm sorry to say it, but I'm plumb out of ideas. People began to shout things out or whisper amongst groups. The friend listened attentively, as if one suggestion might hold the key of their very survival. Not all of the ideas were positive or even workable plans. aren't getting out of this that easily. Lock them in the back room together until they confess. I tried that last week. My friend knows how to pick the lock.
I'm making the bartender jealous. Set her up with someone else.
Oh. Oh, hi, Mazapan! Hi, Elio, how have you been? I've been doing pretty good. How have you been? Although, I've been a bit sick. I got like a sinus infection.
The fuck?
Yeah. But otherwise, I'm all good. I'll do it! Wait. The friends spied a vase full of flowers on a table near the back. They scrambled to collect them into a bouquet. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. This should work. The flowers can be given to our singer in celebration to her performance. If she thinks they're from the bartender, maybe... This new electric smile on their face contrasted their previous expression. For a moment, though, they faltered. But I can't give these to her. She'll know immediately that they weren't from the bartender. Would anyone else be willing to help out? I know those two aren't given the best impressions, but when they aren't trying to prove each other wrong, they're very cute together. They searched through the crowd, brow furrowed. Please? Should we do it?
I volunteer as tribute.
Alright. A voice rang through the room and someone started clapping. It was Baxter.
Wait.
Oh. Thank you. They bounded towards you and placed the bouquet in your hands. Their sincere gratitude caught you by surprise. Oh, I like the new model a lot. Oh, thank you! I'm glad you like it. I think it's super cute. You are a hero, I swear. Anyway, here's the plan. Fun fact, Baxter would volunteer if you didn't do it. Really?
Would he?
Ooh.
I think he would.
I'm so curious.
Oh, I'm curious of what he would do.
Yeah! I feel like he would be so sassy. Do you want to change the option to see what Baxter does?
I'm curious now that Jackie said that.
Yeah.
Rewind time!
Rewind! Okay.
You glanced around to see who would volunteer.
After no one else stepped forward, Baxter lifted his hand politely. I would not mind assisting. Thank you. The friend bounded over to Baxter and passed him the bouquet. He took it confidently and nodded. You're saving my sanity. They keep getting worse. Anyway, here's the plan. Although their tone was hushed and as you'd be when sharing a secret, their pitch carried throughout the space. They were a talented actor, especially without any microphone to aid them. I'll go get her. You need to call her over and pretend the bartender got those flowers for her, but was too shy to hand them over directly. Agreed. I shall endeavor to make her believe me. The friend gave a thumbs up and scampered off to where the singer had left. Baxter inspected the flowers he held. The colors were vibrant. The bouquet would fit the stylish singer well, circumstances aside. Why does Baxter look like he's gonna, like, do something, like, suspicious with the flowers? A familiar smirk appeared on his
Filled him
lips.
up with bees.
Not the bees! Ah! He delicately stroked a petal with the back of a knuckle. His voice was low and in your ear. Oh. Oh.
You know.
This is unlikely to work, but I do admire the friend's effort. I would probably just laugh. I would either laugh or go, oh shush you snickered. What do you think?
I think he likes getting a reaction out of us.
That is true. So would you say it would be better to just like laugh?
I say the snickering because it's almost like a form of tease, and and like I know he likes that.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. He affectionately tried to hush Baxter. His grin only grew. Yep.
See, I'm telling you.
I think much of the crowd is skeptical. That's part of the fun. The door to the singer's dressing room swung open and the friend pulled the singer back into the main room. Their arms were locked together, but the singer was dragging her very tall, high heels all the way. In one manicured hand was a tiny bottle, no doubt the aforementioned emergency alcohol. It was already half gone. It's not good to stay holed up all by yourself all the time. You don't need to hide from everyone.
I'm not the one hiding. I'm simply very busy.
Uh-huh. Since they weren't a fool, like the parents, the friend didn't buy that at all. Once the friend reached the center of the room, they released the singer. She rolled her shoulder back, still affronted by the rough treatment. Showtime.
Hello.
Excuse me. Baxter leaned back on his bar stool, almost lazily, and waved at the singer. I hate to bother you while you're so busy, but I have a gift for you. The singer dramatically faced him, her hair swishing with the movement. She sized him up, the flowers catching her attention. His smile was calm as he held the bouquet out to her. It's from an admirer. Boldly, the singer walked up to him, heels clacking all the way. She was interested but suspicious.
What admirer?
Why, it was the bartender. How unexpected. Miss Starlet gasped and pressed both hands to her chest. She squinted hard at the flowers as if it was a nest of snakes. Did he put bees in this again?
No, apparently it was snakes.
She unscrewed the cap of her small bottle and tipped it between her pursed lips. She chugged the remaining liquid down. That got a huge laugh from the audience. She slammed her empty bottle down on the bar's counter and gasped for air with a frightening glare. But gently and slowly, ever so slowly, she reached out. Her fingertips touched a single flower stem. She paused, then finished the movement and wrapped her digits around it. Baxter patiently remained still for as long as she needed to process the present. Without warning, there came a shout from the far end of the bar. Get your drinks right here!
Oh, that's the bartender.
Oh shoot. Whoops.
Oh wait, no, we are gonna make them jealous.
Every head turned to see the bartender making his reappearance. A tray of drinks balanced on his right arm.
Sorry for the wait, just had it.
He froze mid-sentence, staring at the scene he'd returned to witness. The singer, standing next to Baxter, being offered a bouquet, a single flower clutched in her hand. Oh no! He's gonna misunderstand! It was deathly quiet. You could have heard a pin drop. Even the band had stopped playing until... Suddenly the singer let out a mortified shriek. She flung the proffered flower and bolted, beating a frantic, desperate escape. Oh god, he's gonna misunderstand. She careened around the corner and then... Slam! The deafening sound of a door being rammed shut. Another awful silence formed. Having remained frozen when the singer fled, the bartender's attention returned to where you and Baxter were at the bar. His eyes were drilling holes into Baxter, his glare darting between his face and the remains of the bouquet, which he was still holding. Oh! I want Baxter to like deny it and be like, I'm already here with my.
I have a date.
Yeah. He'd been caught red-handed, literally, on account of the roses. It was unspeakably awkward, even though your brain was screaming, "It's not real!" You couldn't help but be swept up in the overwhelming sense of unease filling the room. Slowly, the bartender marched over to the counter, his footsteps weighty and full of intent. He firmly set down the tray of drinks. The glasses rattled angrily, but not a drop was spilled. Then he cocked his hip and folded his muscular arms, striking a pose which felt almost threatening and bristled with suspicion.
Well, now I see how it I see how it is.
He flicked a finger up and down, sizing Baxter up with it.
Which finger? So this piano-headed chump is who I'm losing to? Really? Piano-headed because it's black and white.
Oh my god. The rather silly epithet got a fair number of titters from the audience, but the bartender wasn't laughing. He made a bitter sound at the back of his throat and shook his head. He muttered angrily under his breath.
I should have known.
Wait! A cry came from the other side of the room. The mutual friend, face distraught, was bustling their way over, limbs flapping with panic. I can explain! It's all a misunderstanding. What I'm trying to say is... Stumbling over their own words. The friend attempted to lay out the situation. The flowers were all part of a plan to get the singer to admit to her own feelings. As the friend nervously rambled, Baxter placed the bouquet down on the counter cautiously but firmly. Then he threaded his fingers together in a silent promise to swear off the florals. At first, you weren't convinced it would work. The bartender's expression was thunderous as a summer rain cloud. His brows were set in a 90-degree angle, stern as steel. But as some of the other patrons began to chime in with words of confirmation, his dark countenance began to clear. A number of emotions melted into each other on his face. Anger became confusion, confusion became understanding, and understanding became acceptance. He let out a long, tired sigh and unfolded his arms.
Okay, I hear ya. You're only trying to help. I'm sorry.
He directed this apology to Baxter.
I shouldn't have gone angry. There's nothing wrong with your hair, don't worry. I saw you holding those flowers and lost my cool.
He chuckled bleakly.
That's on me. I'm the problem here.
At this, he hung his head and slouched where he stood.
I can't believe she'd run away like that, screaming as she'd seen a ghost.
Yeah, maybe she did see a ghost. Or maybe she's voiced by one.
I am the worst thing in the world. Is it really that awful being around me? Am I really that bad?
His voice was thick with emotion, pain behind every word. There was barely a dry eye in the whole building. Of course, the sympathy rose up from the people around you, sounds of comfort and encouragement in equal measure. The tender walked behind his bar. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. And came to rest his palms flat on the counter, his thick arms spread wide.
I wish I knew what to do, you know? If only there was something, anything.
It was a frank admission laden heavy with resignation. He bowed his head again and was silent. There was a pointed pause. Into it, you heard Baxter gently clear his throat. If you'll permit me to say, it can be hard to know what to do in these kinds of situations, but the important thing is that it's making you unhappy. Once you realize that, it should at least be obvious what not to continue doing. Dancing around your feelings like this will only lead further and further from what you want. So, why stick to the same old tune? The bartender gradually lifted his face to peer up at Baxter with an inscrutable expression.
This damn man and his dancing analogy.
Right? He's such a ballroom boy. If you like the charming singer, then what could you ever have to gain by insisting otherwise? You don't need to propose or anything equally drastic, but why push her away when all you want is to get closer? His voice gained a faint, lilting cadence, almost like he was a singer too, before it tapered away to nothing. On the countertop, you saw the bartender clench a fist.
You got me pegged. Oh, you and everyone else in this joint. So I like her already. What good is that? She thinks I'm a joke. She wouldn't see me dead with someone like me. We all know that too. You saw what just happened.
I loved his Baxter's face.
It was like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Ooh, color wheel. Let's see. Here, song. You choose. Do you want Annie, Nerity, Ferris, Azazel, Goldia, Angel, Hat Kid, Haru, Athena, Child of the Galaxy, Valeria, Anguished One, Joker, Mizi, Headspace, Nanashi, Mikado, or Abel?
That's a lot of words.
Yeah.
Let's go with the simple one that I can remember right now, Haru.
Haru? Okay. Let's go. Where is the song color wheel? I need to get myself a song color wheel. Child of the Galaxy then? Oh, okay. Yeah, since you redeemed it, let's put that on. It's blue. It's close enough to song. No, not quite her shade of blue though.
Am I supposed to make myself look like an idiot? Waltz over there and tell her we should be pals? I'd be straight up begging to be laughed at. I don't even take it, not from her.
There we go, matching pair, yeah!
Yeah.
He ain't my friend, pal.
He's my boyfriend.
I think I like the middle one the most.
So it's hard to put yourself out there, but isn't better than the alternative.
Which one do you think?
Yeah, because I feel like the first two sound like kind of downgrading him, but also
Yeah.
in a way telling the truth.
Yeah, this one feels like telling the truth, like being assuring, reassuring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I like this one. One hand came up to scratch the nape of his neck in a universal gesture of awkwardness.
Well, I guess you got a point there.
I understand the concern. You needn't go any further than you're able. The key is that you step forward in the first place, or at least resist the urge to continue moving backward. When the time comes, don't pull away. You'll only regret it later. Now the universal gesture of awkwardness is falling on your face. The bartender rested one arm across the counter, easing into a stance that was more casual. Rubbed his chin thoughtfully. Also, I just realized now. The ears stand out even more now. Let me take them off.
Oh yeah, you're kidding. It's been like, what, an hour or 2 hours?
Yeah, I did. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, dance, and I dance, dance.
I'm a kitty cat.
And meow, 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 and a meow, meow, meow. Star Bunny Boy! Is that you? Let me see. Yes! Yes, it is! Where have you been? I don't know, man. I've just been tripping out for like an hour. I thought I was a cat. Been gone for so long.
It's been so long.
So long. Farewell. His body language is loosening up. You gathered that he was mulling over what had been said, taking it all in. After a short while, he cracked a cautious grin.
You know, it's usually other people who want me to listen to their problems. And by listening, I mean, I'm just helping them pick a poison. You know, blunt the edges and when nothing else can. Never thought I'd be the one receiving it. Be on the receiving end, though.
He wrapped a knuckle on the countertop and straightened up suddenly.
Ah, shoot, I forgot the ice with your drinks. I'm being real sloppy tonight. Getting personal stuff getting in the way of my business. Sorry about that.
He began to walk towards the heavy curtain, his black shoes echoing loudly on the floor.
Let me go take care of that, and maybe cool myself off for a second while I'm at it.
With a click of his heels and a swish of the curtain, he was gone. Now what? Became the unspoken consensus of the audience. An answer came shortly. Psst. As in the form of a loud hiss from the other side of the room. Oh.
Why?
Oh? From behind the corner where the singer had vanished. Your focus swung back to see the lady in question, poking her head out, shy as a dormouse. She kept her fingers around her mouth, keeping to a stage whisper.
Is he gone?
Various assenting voices chimed in. Baxter flashed her a quick thumbs up. Seeing that the coast was clear, the singer's head vanished for a brief instant before reappearing, the rest of her following along with it. She swanned her way into the main area, oozing feigned confidence. All the terror of her departure had gone, hastily pasted over as though nothing had happened. She brought up a hand to shade her eyes, casting a look around the room. Her immaculately lipsticked lips parted.
Has my dear, delightful, meddlesome friend decided to finally beat it too?
Not yet! The friend's voice called out from somewhere behind you. While everyone's attention had been elsewhere, they'd managed to collect a discarded bouquet. In their other hand was the lone flower the singer herself had pitched. They held it out to her. I'm sorry. About the flowers, I lied. They weren't from him. They never were to begin with. The singer clapped over her mouth in shock.
What? You tricked me?
Her cry projected clear as a bell, ringing with hurt and betrayal. Her pristine face was crumpled in a furious scowl, directed first at the friend and then everyone else in the room.
And you were in on it?
You've been tricked! You've been fooled! You've been rused, bamboozled! Yeah, you have been bamboozled! The friend darted to her side in an effort to placate, babbling apologies over and over with a mollifying tone. I know. I'm a terrible friend, and I shouldn't have done it.
Finally, something we can agree on.
Fine, I deserve that, but just hear me out, okay? Even though they weren't from him, there's nothing stopping you from flipping this on its head.
I'm not sure if I like where this is going. I'm a singer, not what? Acrobat?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure I like where this is going. I'm a singer, not an acrobat.
It's easy. When he comes back, why don't you give the flowers to him? The singer stared blankly for a few seconds, then tossed her head back and bellowed with laughter. Her once lyrical voice was now cold and callous in timbre.
Oh, my darling friend, you should really consider joining the circus. I've never heard something so ludicrous.
This is serious! I just know it'll work. Believe me. I'll be rooting for you. And not only me, you all think so too, right, gang? At their prompting, the room was filled with shouts of agreement. Yeah!
I'll be right behind you!
It's okay! Don't be afraid!
What do you gotta lose?
The comments came bright and fast. More people pitched in with remarks about what had happened while the singer was gone. Others simply nodded along. Though she...
As I'm in the background, saying, hello!
Amerikaya! Hello!
Sorry.
It is all good. Whenever I go traveling now, I need to say that the moment I get off a plane. Amerikaya! Though she'd readily dismissed her friend's suggestion, the audience's reaction seemed to be more convincing. She stood in the middle of the flurry of sound, head cocked, listening intently. Her head did what?
What?
At that very moment, there was a shuffling from behind the curtained entrance. The fabric parted to reveal the bartender, carrying a palm-sized metal bowl piled high with ice. For the second time this evening, everyone froze in place. The singer slowly rotated on her heels to face him. His eyes were wide with surprise. Suddenly, she stumbled forward. The mutual friend had given her a nudge, knocking her off balance and towards the bartender. She wheeled around to glare at them before snatching the single flower her friend still held, and about facing once more. She laughed a thin, nervous laugh and took one small step closer. A wide expanse separated them. Her footfalls echoed. 1 step, 2 steps. Then she halted, too afraid to continue. What goes after 2? 4? She wavered on the brink of turning back. All at once, the crowd made good on their promise. Hollers of encouragement came from the booths behind her. Whoops and cheers and whistles of "Don't give up now!"
Come on, girl, I believe in you!
That's a good one. Once again, the singer crept across the room as though expecting to be attacked at any moment. The bartender was a statue watching motionless, inch by inch, the distance closed. And only a few feet remained to separate them. The singer paused. She cast an anxious look from her target to where you and Baxter were sitting. At your side, Baxter smiled and inclined his head in a nod. You followed suit, giving her 2 thumbs ups and a big grin. What are you waiting for? With the poise and slowness of a puppet yanked on strings, she extended her arm. The flower gleamed in the dim light of the bar, a flush of red hanging in the air between them. The bloom was fragile, frail, vulnerable, like a naked, helpless heart offered up in prayer. Everyone in the room held their breath. The two held each other's gaze, neither speaking a word. He knew and she knew. This time, it was real. The bartender silently placed the bowl of ice down on the bar. A moment of choice, a crossroads. Then he walked over and stretched out his fingers. He caressed the petals of the single rose, light as a feather, and then... he placed his fingers over hers and gently lifted the flower free. He had accepted! Woo! I think I made a big mistake with my cat. I let it get inside my jacket to sleep, and now when I wear it, he scratches me to get inside. Go, I'm cold, let me be. No, that's your cat's jacket now. That ain't your jacket anymore. The response was immediate. The space exploded with applause. Cries of delight coming from all and sundry. The friend jumped up and down on the spot, suppressing a squeal. I'm just imagining the cat during that. That's so cute.
Here we are having a romantic moment, and in the back corner of the jazz bar is that happening.
That'd be so funny. exchanged. There were wolf whistles and mores of approval. Baxter shared a look of silent satisfaction. He's not a small cat anymore. He is big. Yeah, exactly. That's why he needs the jacket. Amid the jubilation, the bartender returned to the counter to retrieve the bowl of ice. Maybe it was a metaphor. The winter cold swapped to the first blooms of spring. He hastened over to you and dropped a handful of cold, possibly metaphors in yours and Baxter's glasses. He parted again with a wink. Grown-ass adult cat. What, you gonna just leave him naked? Give him the jacket! After that first climactic moment, the remainder of the story barreled ahead. No sooner had the lovers begun to open up to one another than further complications reared their head. First came the parents, who had always claimed the two were fated. They were keen to seal the match and win the satisfaction of lording it over everyone. Nobody could bear the thought of granting them the satisfaction, and so began the elaborate schemes to keep the two families out of the loop. Tragedy devolved into farce. At every step, the audience had a part to play. One scene saw a group of patrons acting as a diversion, keeping one of the parents occupied while the lovers made their escape. In another, you and Baxter were recruited to slide secret notes along the bar while nobody was looking. Even the band got to help, swapping one song in the program for another without warning. The singer's defiant aria transmuted into one of passionate, heartfelt longing. It was a flurry, characters coming and going with a chaotic energy you normally could only see at a distance on a stage. Now through the carefully coordinated mayhem, the actual waiter diligently continued to cater to the patrons, serving more drinks, clearing tables, and lighting candles. He ducked and weaved between chairs and bar stools and the other characters, sometimes even participating in the action, but normally fading into the background. Tragedy devolved into farts.
What?
Maggie! Oh, Maggie! Oh god, I thought I walked into Wii remote warnings for a moment. Oh, I could see that. Yeah, be sure to slide your Wiimote onto your hand correctly. Hello, warning. Yeah, welcome again. Good morning. At one point, the singer and he almost collided and would have sent a particularly hefty tray flying. But it was all part of the performance, and they both expertly caught the glasses before they fell, to loud approbation from the audience. The journey was precarious, full of twists and turns, but with everyone's help, the protagonists were finally able to face their feelings for each other. Hardly anyone could have resisted getting caught up in it. When the confession came at last, a deafening cheer went up. The two shared a kiss and the room was plunged into darkness. The band struck up a lively tune, and when the lights came back on, all the actors took their bows to well-earned applause that seemed to last for hours. I wonder how many people got smacked in the face with a Wiimote, like in the warning image. Oh, I'm sure there were a ton of them. I know I have. Finally, the floor cleared. The lamps dimmed to their usual twilight. It was finished. Love had triumphant. At least for one night. You have? Yeah, I remember, I think it was Wii Sports. I was playing with, like, some family members. And, they were a bit too close to me that they smacked me with the Wiimote.
No, bestie.
Yeah. With that show over, things wound down for the evening. There was no more performances booked, although it was still a good while until closing. People could enjoy the room as a normal bar. The band continued to play, and patrons milled about with their drinks. I wonder how many people got their TVs broken by Wiimotes.
I would not be surprised if there's one like vertically. I forgot which direction. Horizontally or vertically lodged in their screen.
Looks like someone didn't follow instructions a lot. At least one. I've seen like, I think it was a Vine of someone breaking their TV with one. Bo got slapped with the nunchuck. Baxter let out a contented sigh and fiddled absent-mindedly with his second baby Bellini. He'd barely touched it since it arrived. Seeing that you were aimlessly looking around, he caught your eye with a tilt of the head and a quirk of his brow.
What do you think?
Yeah, the one who went mama after break. Yeah, that one. That one.
What?
Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can find it.
The only thing that's coming in my head right now is like, the one with the kid putting bricks on a glass table. It's like, oh no! Our table is broken!
God, I don't know what even to look up for the vine. Forgot the name of it. I think of that so much. Do you have a link to it? I wanna share it with Song. Just play the game, I can look it up. Okay. Now then, was the show to your liking? I'm all ears. You can be honest. It can be a lot to take in. I remember it happened in one of the CG Alvin and the Chipmunk films. What?
Okay.
I'm thinking either it was so fun or it was really wonderful.
It's so fun.
Yee. I'm glad to hear that. They put a lot of effort into their craft. The dedication to entertainment is commendable. You might be interested to know the shows aren't always like this. They have quite a wide selection of different genres. The murder mysteries are always popular, but I wasn't sure how you'd feel about an interactive performance with the capacity for violence. Oh, you know I'm all for it, Baxter! Those can get rather intense, to say the least. Oh, you got it? Let me...
Looking.
Yes. Hold on. Let me pop this up. Yeah, here's the video I was thinking of for Wiimote. Ooh, yeah.
And that's why you always wear their straps when you're on your Wii remotes.
Mama!
Mama!
Oh gosh!
He just called out for his mom about what happened.
Mama!
Mama!
I just killed a TV.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to go to Walmart to buy a replacement.
Sometimes I wish sometimes I wish I had that strap on my wrist.
But I love murder mysteries, right? Even the play we just saw is rarely performed the same way twice. As far as I've heard, they often chop and change the premise, shuffling the characters and events around as needed. You recall the ever-suffering friend, desperate to help the fated couple find love? Well, some nights, it is they who charms the heart of the singer, or the bartender. In that situation, the third party is instead refusing their help out of kindness, not wanting to get in the way of their own possible romance. Sometimes the characters' families detest one another, Romeo and Juliet style. You seem to come here a lot, huh, Baxter? Wanna see the jacket thief? Oh, you know it! I'm always down to see some cats. On those nights, the singer and the bartender dislike each other too, but pretend to fall in love in order to spite their own parents. And then, of course, it happens for real. On rare occasions, they simply play hard to get, faking a quarrelry for no reason other than to frustrate their would-be matchmakers and laugh at them with the guests in private. So you see, there's enormous potential for telling a whole host of different stories. but usually the core idea is the same. For describing umineko, it's in general. Okay, let me see. Oh, in media? Take a look. Oh, he's just a little baby. He's just a little baby boy. I love how his head's like craned like that in the jacket. The two characters, for whatever reason, are always talking past each other, always failing to communicate. It's up to the audience to lend a hand. He is not little. He's a little baby boy. He's a little baby. I think it's a fascinating concept, personally. A very novel form of entertainment. You listened attentively to Baxter's explanation. Regardless of what you thought of the performance, it was nice to hear him passionate about something. Yeah, you really should be a theater kid, Baxter. He spun from side to side on his bar stool, a dry smirk on his face. I suppose I find the fundamental concept rather amusing, too. It's so obvious from the outside, the way the characters let their pride become an obstacle to their own happiness. As I said before, if they want each other so desperately, what point is there in saying the opposite? It's plainly not right, to yourself and the one you care for. It's so unpalatable that it compels us, and the sporting cast, to action. Just right for interactive theater, I suppose.
Drink.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm not sure what I would say to this, to be honest. I think I would probably go with... Of course, Baxter Ward couldn't understand the concept of being shy, because I don't know. The others feel like they're going into territory that might be a little uncomfy to talk about, you know? So I'd probably want to be lighthearted, personally.
Because I feel like it kind of feels like this is going to an area where we're gonna know more about him, and this is like the entryway to it.
So what do you think we should do? Maybe people's feelings aren't always as easy as that, though? Maybe that choice?
It's either that or everyone has their own struggles.
Yeah. Just say be honest and pick what you'd personally pick. Yeah, we'll go with this one. I suppose. What might be easy for one person may not be the same for another. Emotions are more nuanced and can't truly be replicated in other forms exactly. It's all relative. Eventually, a little voice in the back of your head prompted you to speak again. Thanks for the tickets, and the ride, and everything, pretty much. You know how to treat a date. It honestly surprised you that Baxter had been able to get seats at such short notice. It seemed like the place was pretty popular. The performance you'd watched had been a full house. Unable to hide your curiosity, you put the question to the man himself. Where exactly did you get the tickets for this? Instantly, Baxter's face tensed, his easygoing smile losing some of its effortlessness and tugging down at the corners. That, of course. Oh? He crossed his arms in a way that struck you as mildly defensive.
Huh?
Maybe you remember the friends of my parents. The ones I visited recently? Oh yeah, he's not good with his parents. Well, it just so happens that they're in the performance business. Theater, ballets, musicals, all kinds of productions. They specialize in large-scale events of that nature.
He is a theater kid!
Let's go! I'm a theater kid too, Baxter! We make such a pairing, don't we? This venue isn't one of theirs, but they were able to pull some strings on my behalf.
Of course.
It's a question of knowing the right people who know the right people. We could have even had full backstage access with the main cast if I'd asked. As it was, we were singled out for some special attention during the show on account of being seated at the bar. I'll have to remember to thank them for that. I'm sure they'd be pleased to know that our date went well, too. He said it! You can't help it. Your eyes widened a little. You hadn't figured that Baxter would have that kind of pool. I mean, he goes to like a rich country club.
On the regular.
Yeah. Seeing your response, Baxter's features chilled further. His brows knitting together. He shrugged his shoulder in a sigh.
Truthfully.
I do try not to lean on that kind of thing too much, if you can believe me. I appreciate it. Might not look like it now. You could say it's means for me to preserve my sense of independence. It's easy to be popular if you can foot the bill. And I don't want to be what draws others to me. I don't want that to be what draws others to me. Understandable. You don't want to be taken advantage of. But after all that, here I am, leaning on the same old crutch. Nothing has changed since I was 6. How quaint, how wonderful, how truly excellent. Oh, Baxter, baby!
I don't know why my brain just went like, he's Batman.
And we're Lois Lane.
Wait, Lois Lane is Superman's girlfriend.
Oh, whoops! Whoops!
I mean, there was a crossover with Superman and
Yeah,
Batman.
but they like fighting.
And was it in their in their citizens personas, or was it Bruce Wayne was kind of flirting with Lois, and then Clark Kent, Superman, was like kind of like being kind of jealous of that they were flirting.
Hey Lois, you remember the time that we forgot that you were the lover of Superman? It's been more than that though. Like, he doesn't want to be taken advantage of, and he doesn't want people to only like him for his family. Yeah. Did you know what? Never mind. I'm sorry! As he rambled on, Baxter was speaking more and more inwardly, his tone increasingly acrid. Is this really any better than yesterday? What have I achieved? Oh, don't! Baby!
You don't need to think about that!
Don't worry about it, baby!
It was a lovely, cute little morning cafe day.
Yeah, you did a great
It
job!
was charming.
He could only sit and listen as the brief tirade continued. Had Baxter been sitting on this ever since the coffee shop?
Is he only doing this to like prove himself that like this is the best that he is, and not to like make that first coffee shop date like a bad impression?
Oh. Oh my god, I was wondering why my vision was so blurry. I'm not wearing glasses. Oh my god, get your glasses. It's true. He hadn't come across as satisfied by reassurances, only by a second chance. But if he had known it'd only make him feel worse, he wouldn't have let it get this far. Aww. Baxter managed to snap out of this train of thought, his attention returning to you. He looked rather sheepish. Oh. Pats the top of his head. This guy can fit so much self-esteem issues. He's just like me, for real.
This man is so insecure despite all his confidence he's brewing.
Forgive me.
I'm sorry, Bunny. Perhaps it would be best to call it a night. I wouldn't want to sour the evening after such a charming showing. No, Baxter!
At least invite us back to your place.
He swiftly rose from his bar stool, mind made up. You didn't stop him. Attempting the conversation in a public place wasn't a wise plan. Instead, you hurried to follow. Don't let him go! Crossing the floor towards the exit, you passed the bartender and a few other cast members. You quickly expressed your appreciation to them and got cheery waves and thanks in return. Sounds and colors became a blur, and before long, you had stepped out into the street. Baxter was already a few paces down the block, headed for his car, but he stopped for you to catch up. Let him go. If we're lucky, there's a cliff in his way. Oi!
No!
No!
If I'm only allowed that if he means like
Cove's dad.
Yeah, Cove's dad. I forgot his last name for a second. Holden. Cliff Holden.
Cliff Holden, yeah. You exchanged a few pleasantries on the journey home, but nothing too involved. Baxter was making an effort to keep the conversation light, just as he'd promised. Awkward! He really didn't want to leave a bad impression. That much was clear. You used the time and the space between sentences to mull things over. You didn't make a bad impression, baby!
You're insecure. You're insecure. You're insecure. You're insecure.
Somehow could you forget? He's Cove holding my hand.
And how could you forget that I have ADHD?
Big mood. There was something that needed to be done, but you couldn't figure out what you could say. In your imagined scenarios, it would all end the same way, with him appreciating the sentiment while not believing. It was hard to think clearly. Your head was full of the smell of fake cocktails and snatches of remembered music, like the show in your life blending together in the shake of a mixer. Ugh. You sank down into the soft leather of the car seat and let the images wash over you in waves. The stars were winking playfully overhead as you arrived back in your own neighborhood. The moon was a yellow lantern floating up high. The sky became green. It's now the dark hour. You stepped out of Baxter's car and a sea breeze danced across your cheeks. After the summer heat of the daytime, it was cool and refreshing, like the first sharp sip of an iced drink. Baxter escorted you to the front door. He was, as ever, determined to be a gentleman. The deliberateness of it gave you pause, in a way that it hadn't until now. The sky became green. This guy's username is blue. What are you talking about? It's the dark hour! He lifted the corner of his mouth and his eyes wrinkled. A perfectly arranged smile. Aww. Good night, Bunny. I had a wonderful time. Baxter, stop hiding how you really feel.
Come on, man. Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Say what you preach, man.
Yeah.
Do what you preach about to that dude in the
Right?
in the act.
I
Come
know.
on.
I had that thought when he was saying that to that guy. I was like, does Baxter actually follow that advice? For real, I want to shake this man.
He literally said in the beginning, like, oh, this will only just be a summertime fling.
Yeah.
But, like, you're sure it's just gonna be a summertime fling? You're not gonna have, like, real true feelings for us then?
I feel like it's setting up for him to make, like, a really big mistake or something.
Yeah.
This DLC makes me emo. The manner he said it made it sound less like he was expressing his feelings and more like he was stating a want, as if he was determined that it should be true. Baxter!
I am in misery.
Gotta make out with this man. God damn it. Ever since his dip in mood at the end of the event, your mind had been filled with thoughts that you couldn't grasp hold of. These questions pressed against you incessantly. Why was he still beating himself up over what happened yesterday? Why did he seem so unlike himself before you left the bar? What was going on in that head of his right now?
be emotionally vulnerable with us, please.
Please. It's just a summertime fling, said Baxter as he flops around pathetically trying to make himself likable to you. Right? You caught feelings, Baxter. You just don't want to admit it. Ugh. Having bid you farewell, I think it's both that he doesn't want to admit it and also that he thinks he's like unworthy to have like more than just like a fling feeling. Like I don't know. That's like the vibes I get from like he think he's unworthy.
Or does he think that like we're only interested in because he's rich?
Or that like he thinks he'll ruin everything.
Just because he's rich or his parents are rich.
Yeah. Having bid you farewell, Baxter moved to leave. There was a priority in making himself scarce. In his eyes, there was something like tiredness, something like fear. How did it go from he's making a mistake to I want to make out with this man? 'Cause he's pathetic and I need to kiss him to... I make plenty of mistakes. No one ever reacted like that. Listen, there's sometimes this like clear, overarching like crossroads between like a pathetic man that is so pathetic you just want to kiss him to make him shut up. Like shut the fuck up.
There's Twy.
Stop being down about yourself. I'm gonna make out with you. Shut up. Love yourself.
Respect yourself.
The prospect of some other sudden indignity rearing its head was too much for him to bear. He'd lost the chance to save face entirely in front of you by now. Best to cut things off at the roots. No!
No!
Ugh! God, he's gonna do something. Oh my... I'm really scared now. I just had like a thought come to my head. I'm so scared of that happening.
Your head.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just like thinking, like, is he just gonna like leave?
I mean, he's only there for the summer.
Like without like, I don't know, like, is he just like not gonna admit like his feelings and then like leave? Ugh. I'm gonna shake this man.
I mean, not gonna lie, he's not the main character that we fall for.
Yeah. He
And
like
don't spoil it, and don't spoil for me. But like, I don't even think we even stay with Derek in the end as well.
Yeah, I haven't played Derek's route personally, so I don't know what happens in his route. But I guess it makes sense that like the devs would want to have like a room for in the middle for, I don't know.
Yeah.
Prospect of some other sudden indignity rearing its head was too much for. Oh yeah, I read that. To see him like that tugged at your chest. You couldn't accept him going back to that empty house to wallow in frustration. But what could you do? Make out with him! Ugh. He's a coward.
In his bedroom.
He's my coward. Your mouth opened without saying anything to fill it, but the words somehow came anyway. Would you want to come inside? Let's go! Yeah.
Please say yes. Please say yes.
Please. People play Derek's route? Things couldn't end here. That much was certain. What you needed was more time. To be fair though, it wouldn't be much of a route if you don't even get with the guy in the end. Yeah. Baxter paused. Having turned to go, the far side of him was in shadow. As he slowly swiveled back to you and the light caught his face once more, his expression was conflicted. What is this? Hi, I'm insecure and I get called maidenless. Alien song. Baxter's insecure and you want to make out with him. It doesn't seem fair. You ruined it, Twy. I was calling you a cute cat earlier, calling you a cute kitten, and you complained about it. It held surprise, confusion, and no small amount of intrigue. His lips parted as if to speak, but His brow furrowed, and he closed his mouth again without a sound. He evidently had no idea where the present moment was leading. Neither did you. Baxter settled for a simple tilt of the head, his eyes posing a question. Hey, the night's still young, and I hear there's this really great local place to grab a drink. It's really close by. You fished out your house keys and jingled them pointedly. Okay, fine. Then explain, song! Would you care to join me?
My taste in men are awful.
So, Twice like, so I have a chance! Despite playing it off as nothing serious, you were silently willing Baxter not to go, just a little longer. Hearing your elaboration, Baxter couldn't help but be amused. He recovered from his initial trepidation enough to laugh at your desperate plan. A drink, you say? A fascinating suggestion. How decidedly original of you. One eyebrow was raised, his voice dripping with irony. You schooled your expression, the picture of innocence. Whatever could he be implying? There's nothing the least bit absurd about this request.
Me, not him! It's not fair!
Baxter's features relaxed into a look of fond regard. As his eyes searched your face for a moment, one hand was tucked casually into his back pocket. Though some of the tension appeared to be gone, his stance was still one of indecision, contemplation. For some reason, your imagination conjured up a vision of him at a woodland crossroads, standing just as he was now, carefully weighing which way to go. We're going to the Rainforest Cafe, baby! At this point, you felt as though you could guess the thought process he was going through, even if he wasn't saying it out loud. For Baxter, it was all a question of the eventual outcome. When everything was over, and he looked back on this moment, how would he best like to remember it? Should he end things here and avoid any further mishaps? Or should the night continue, with the accompanying risk of additional regrets? Baxter didn't only aim to make the most of his time by doing what he liked, but by meticulously crafting the experiences and emotions he'd have. You sighed inwardly, recalling simpler times, if only it were another case of which frozen dessert to pick from an ice cream truck. At length, his mind was made up. Baxter cleared his throat and straightened his stance, facing you square on.
That's sweet.
Thank you for the offer, Bunny. It's very kind of you to be so generous with your time. I should like to take up that suggestion if it's not no inconvenience. A drink would be lovely. A rush of relief hit. Thank goodness. You still had a chance to turn things around. You likely had a similar thought, though your ideas on what would achieve that were certainly different. Flashing a cheerful smile, you unlocked your front door and led the way inside. Baxter dutifully followed, pausing only to wipe his shoes on the doormat, just as Ma would want. Oh, why is it playing the sad music? All the lights were on in the living room, and there was a brief flash of panic at the prospect that you'd lured Baxter into a run-in with your family at the worst possible time. No! As luck would have it, when you poked your head around the doorway, the room was empty. You couldn't hear movement. You were alone for now. So you gestured for Baxter to sit down and make himself comfortable. He graciously accepted the invitation. Rather than crash on the couch, he sauntered over to the table and pulled up a chair, prim and proper to the last. Having got this far, you willed the hostly components of your brain into motion. After seeing a professional like that bartender at work, he had some standards to live up to. First things first, the technical reason for why you'd invited him. What do you want to drink? We have juice, milk, other things.
No milk. Sorry.
Aww. Just water, please. I don't have the appetite for much else right now. Yeah, I mean, we did just kind of come back from a bar, so... His reply came with hesitation, but it lacked the usual degree of confidence you'd come to expect from him. The sound of it spoke volumes. Nix them all. Present him with a shoey. No! Not the shoey! Oh no, not this again. Milk juice. Well, nobody could go as far as to call him fragile. There's no denying that Baxter was a long way from his usual bold self. Milk juice shoey, no! Gotcha. One water coming right up. You reached for a pair of glasses, deciding to stick with water yourself to keep things simple. After pouring some chilled water from the fridge, you brought the drinks over to the table and sat down across from Baxter. Water?
What are those?
What are those?
A shoey. I thought they were Crocs, but no, it's a shoey.
And my Timberlands that I drink out of. Do you still want me? You ask as you slide Baxter a boot full of water. If he accepts the shoey, then you know he's a keeper. He'll accept you for whatever deranged things you do. Thank you. Baxter sipped his water quietly, then placed it back down in front of him. It struck you fully how bizarre the situation would appear to anyone who happened to be watching. Two people, one of whom was dressed to the nines while the other was casual, sitting at the dining room table and gingerly sampling glasses of plain water out of their shoes. No, he just does deranged things. See, we're a good couple then. I also just do deranged things, Baxter. He mentally whispered an apology to the tender of the jazz bar. You're a little ashamed at your feeble imitation of his skills. It was a good thing your moms weren't around to see this either. They never let you live it down. Not in a million years. Elio missed opportunity. Huh? Oh, you do deranged things? I'm deranged. Do me. Aw, that's a good one. That was all besides the point. You knew, and Baxter knew, that the pretext of coming over for a drink was simply that, a thinly veiled excuse. Only a very particular kind of emergency would necessitate visiting a visitor's house for nothing more than a glass of water. Wait, does that mean we get a shoey stream? No! And yet, in a way, it had been an emergency. A relationship emergency. You sincerely hoped that this brief, borrowed moment would give you both the chance to clear the air and reach some kind of mutual understanding. Baxter reached down to fiddle with the tumbler of water before him, though without lifting it to his lips again. He stared down into it, searchingly. After a while, he spoke.
I deeply apologize.
I feel like I must sound like a broken record at this point, but it's exceedingly considerate of you to extend your hospitality this far. You know he means it 'cause it's bolded. I'm grateful. His gaze didn't lift, but one corner of his mouth did. It looked as though it took some effort. He maintained it just long enough to be sure you'd seen, and then it dropped like a heavyweight. He said no, so 2 shoey streams. Oi! He quickly sighed once. I mean, I am planning a pilk stream again. I had the idea to buy like a bunch of different flavor Pepsis and mix them with milk and see which one tastes the best.
Okay.
He quietly sighed once, as though to catch his breath. He continued, "Well, you gotta use the pear." God damn it.
Be honest.
I'll use one of them, but you can use both of them.
Use both your shoes. They come in a pair after all. I must confess, however, if it were up to me, none of this would be happening. I find myself regretting my actions up to this point. Things would have been for the better if I had not said anything after the show. Well, if you hadn't treated them as if they mattered. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They do matter, Baxter! Jinx you! There's a brief moment of frustration and it caused so much trouble. An evening ruined by nothing and for nothing.
It's not nothing.
Yeah. There's different flavors of Pepsi? Yeah, there are.
Yes.
And this was already my second go at inviting you out for an occasion. We don't need to retread what happened the first time.
Then stop thinking about what happened the first time.
Yeah, move on. He tossed his head to one side and made a bitter sound with his tongue. I'm pretty sure out of the people present right now, the streamers are the only ones blind to this. Huh? Jackie and Moggy both know, I think. Wait, what? What?
Of what's happening in the game, or?
Wait, what's going on? Nani? Baxter DLC. To the
Oh, yeah.
Baxter DLC?
Yeah, we are blind to what's going to happen.
Oh, I see. The spoilers. Oh, I never played Baxter DLC. Ah. I thought you
with us
did.
along the ride here.
Huh. Or maybe, I guess Monkey just knows what happens, I think. I should be better than this. It irks me so much to make the same mistakes over and over. His voice trembled.
I just want to kiss him to make him shut up about talking about just him talking about bad how he is.
Why? His voice trembled with frustration, his eyes dark and downcast. He dropped to a forceful whisper, repeating the words as if to convince himself of them, as if to nail them to his chest. I could never cheat on Cove.
Good on you.
I was better than this, wasn't I?
I swear to God, I feel like he possibly OCD.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm not sure what one to choose, because there's a lot of these that I like. Like, why do you feel you have to be...
I want to say all of these.
Yeah. Yeah, all of these are really good. Like, you aren't better or worse, you haven't done anything wrong.
I just want to say, why do you feel you have to be?
Yeah.
I feel like you have to be.
Yeah, I like that one too. Baxter finally lifted his eyes to meet yours. They were narrowed, their intention unreadable. The cruel curve to his mouth spoke for itself, however. With a jolt, you realized it was a look of poorly disguised mockery, and still, you could tell it wasn't meant for you. When that cutting smile opened and the words came, pointed and pained and sharp, it was all aimed inward, at himself. This whole situation, it's asinine. I would have known you. I haven't known you long enough to be causing this kind of trouble. I'm quite literally a stranger. I won't even be here long enough for that to change. As welcoming as you all are here, that can't be forgotten. I was only ever supposed to be a part of the fun, a worthwhile piece of summer scenery, someone who added to the experience, not held it back. Oh, baby. You shouldn't have to baby me. He's so unconfident. He's so self-conscious. Ugh. You shouldn't have to baby me. To sit there and spend your time making me feel better when I don't keep it together. His hands were clenched on the table, the knuckles a shock of white. I bought the Baxter DLC, but saw how it was about Cove when I played it. The mess I am in the mornings, the drama I cause in the evenings, the person I am when the show is over. Those aspects shouldn't be any of your concern. I don't provide that support to you, do I? Now could I when I don't know you? No, It's not fair to make you worried or, worse, guilty over what happens to me.
Baxter, right now, you are our boyfriend. You are not an escort.
Yeah, what the fuck? What matters is that when we're together, it's for the pleasant parts of existence. The less ideal shades of life can be managed separately. No, 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 no. We want you as you are. Like, every part about you, Baxter, is important. Yeah, you can be both. He slumped back a little in his chair. The power having gone out of his voice shakes him.
Rental boyfriend Baxter, boy.
No! That's all I wanted. The blood was still pounding in your ears. Witnessing Baxter like this, as you'd never seen him before, was equal parts exhilarating and shocking, his inner conflict now an exposed wire. How many times had you sat across from him these past few days? And how was it that only now did it feel like you were truly seeing the person in the chair opposite? You took a moment to process your thoughts, steady your breathing. Here, at least, was the crux of the matter. It was clear that when Baxter came to Sunset Bird, he had set himself a series of rules. Rules about how much to involve himself, how much of an impact to make. Like the tourist concept of leave only footprints behind, but taken to the extreme. I wish I could yap about how Baxter is like in our life now and forever, cause I'm gonna shake him. Oh. There wasn't space for him to be complicated, to have negative emotions, to show different sides of himself to anyone. To do so would be a dereliction of duty. God, Baxter! Shakes you! Why is this relatable? You weren't gonna criticize him wanting his privacy. It was important to him, and you respected that. But this kind of framing, one where he had an obligation to minimize himself for others' benefits, is only causing pain. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Hydrate first, okay. Because I know what you will say. Okay, let me see. Rent a boyfriend. No! No!
No!
He does not deserve to be in that shitty anime.
No.
He's better than that. He's better than that. If anyone, he would be like the one character I liked from Rent a Girlfriend, which was the funny pink-haired girl that like visualized people as Minecraft characters in her spin-off manga. She's the only thing I liked about that anime. Yasumi. But this kind of framing, one where he had an obligation to minimize himself for others' benefit, it was only causing pain. In spite of what he felt was right, you cared too much about him by now to let him carry on like this. Cautiously, you opened your mouth. Aww. I think I like getting to know you better is what makes it all worthwhile, but I also like Morning Baxter, Evening Baxter, all the Baxters. I like you. Or you've been there for me, I can do that for you too. Ooh. There's so many good ones.
Oh, I hate being a sentimental piece of shit.
Yeah, she's the only good part. Like, the main girl's fine, but the other two just annoy me. God, the main girl has her moments too. Where I'm just like, girl, please. Like, after the movie stuff.
Does the Minecraft have square boobs? Why?
Not sure. I'll have to reread her manga to get back to you on that one.
I go with the first one because it's implying I like you at your worst and at your best.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with that one. You spoke earnestly and with as much composure as you could manage. Right now, more than anything else, Baxter needed to know how wrong he was. He wasn't a burden, and his feelings didn't hurt you. You tried your best to communicate this to him. It's just like Lara Croft triangular. The one thing in Minecraft that is triangular. The boobies. And then another thought made itself known to you. One that ached under your ribs. You couldn't help but give it voice. We finally met again after all these years. You haven't been nobody to me for a long time. You said your piece and went silent. The house lay still, and the windows were empty portals, black with night. The only sound was that of both your breathing. Baxter's eyes had been locked with yours during this speech, the last heat of his frustration smoldering within them. Now, in the quiet, he finally let the embers fade completely. His gaze slowly slid to one side, and then down. He swallowed. The sound drifted to you across the table, small and hushed. A sigh. Lara Croft reminded me I fucking watched some gaming in the Clinton years again and... Huh? What is that? Thank you. It was said simply, with no pretense or caveats. Baxter had given up the fight with himself for now, and accepted what you had told him. You let your body unclench as you watched the creases in Baxter's brow begin to disappear. A hand emerged from beneath the table to lift his glass. He sipped his water, eyes closed. You took this as your cue that the discussion had run its course. There's no guarantee that things would change going forward. You weren't so arrogant as to think that Baxter's behavior would be altered all at once. Nothing drastic, anyway. Anji, I gotta show you, it's so bad. He listened to your feelings, but who could really say how it would impact what happened in the future? The past couple days had held a mirror up to Baxter, showing him a reflection that wounded him, cutting too close to the bone. There were hurts there that ran deeper than he'd let you reach. It's like clips of some dude making awful game reviews on public access TV. Was it on like G4 TV for the gamers or something?
What?
I remember G4 used to have like this one show where they gave like the Waifu of the Year awards. I remember specifically because I remember Cosmos was on it, and like all of the fucking Dead or Alive beach volleyball girls were on it too, and I was rooting for her, and she didn't get it. It didn't mean it didn't mean he mistrusted you. It may not have been a matter of trust to begin with, but you hoped that with time Magi might come to count on the fact that there was at least one person out there who would accept him. You wanted to give him that. No, like, real like scrunchy ass, no one watched ass public access. Really? Oh. Another souvenir to remember you've got. All I'm thinking of is like that, oh god, what was that guy's name? The Tony Tallarico? I know that he had a show, but I ain't never heard of it until all the Tony Tallarico drama. The minute passed by. His mother is very proud of him, by the way. The minutes passed, and sip by sip, the two of you drank your way towards the bottom of your water glasses. The silence couldn't be called effortlessly comfortable, but it wasn't awkward. Companionable, perhaps. Baxter sucked in the last drops from his cup and then moved to stand, unhurried. Thank you again. That was refreshing. Both the water and the conversation. Still, I should be going. It was matter of fact, with an air of calm finality. You weren't able to disagree. You nodded and rose in parallel, moving to take the glass back over to the kitchen. I'll put the Tomb Raider video on your server. Oh, okay. You managed what you had set out to achieve. It was alright to let things end here for the time being. God, I wish I still had, like, when I was, like, a kid, like, when I was, like, 14 or 15, I tried doing, like, reviews of video games, because I really wanted to be, like, a video game reviewer. And I remember the one video I made was of Evolution Worlds, and I never even finished the game. I truly was ahead of the time. I was an IGN reviewer.
my god! Hi, Tim Tom Typo! Welcome, welcome! Hi, Star! Hello! I hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, all I remembered was like, there was like this one character that like I was like, is this guy like a PDF? And that's like all I remembered from my review. 8 out of 10, too much water.
The night had spun around your way, and hopefully Baxter could see it as a positive when he reflected on it.
I remember watching it, like, it used to be on my YouTube. Like, I don't know, like a decade or so ago. And I remember I watched it, like in my 20s or whatever, I watched it. And then I was like, oh, I keep like, I was like, Evolution World is, it's a really cool game. I like it. This character is really cute. This guy's a little creepy though. That's like the review I did.
Sounds like me in middle school.
I was, well, I mean, I still am, but like I was really bad at conversation. Like I had to take speech classes to help me like actually be able to speak.
The night had spun around your way, and hopefully Baxter could see it as a positive when he reflected on it. You walked with him across the living room to the front door. With his back to you, you heard him begin to say something. I appreciate you taking the time to discuss this with me, for listening in spite of, well... He gestured to himself, the meaning clear. Before you could tell him not to mention it, he reached the front door and came to face you. Are you gonna give me a kiss before you leave?
Please!
There was a mischievous grin on his face. He welcomed it like an old friend. But now, since the final act is over, how would we rate this event? I sincerely hope that it was acceptable on the whole. 10 out of 10! The question had a laugh to it, and underneath there was the faintest hint of that self-mockery from before. But now it was toothless, empty of malice, and entirely in good humor. You couldn't help but snort a laugh, unrestrained and affectionate. Oh, Baxter. How quickly he recovered his footing. Don't worry, it's a solid hit with the judges. You haven't lost your touch. Even that one guy from American Idol was impressed. I had a good time. Thanks for a fun evening out, and for stopping by, too.
My pleasure.
Don't mention it. The pleasure was all mine. Good night, Bunny. Is it just me, or does it look like he got a vampire bite on his neck? Yeah, he's got like a mole on his neck, which is kind of funny that you say that, because I actually have 2 moles on my neck on my left side as well that look like vampire bites because they're like right next to each other. They're just like a little bit separated to make it look like vampire bite moles. Is that why you're so into vor? How does that equate being into vor?
What?
Oi. Let's see. Until next time, good sir. I want to do squeeze his hand gently.
Where's the kiss option?
Right? Where is the kiss option?
Where's the drag him to bed option?
I feel like our parents were there, but then they saw that we were with Baxter, so they're like, oh, okay, bye.
Where's the marriage proposal option?
There are 2 types of people. You didn't say you're not. You basically said, what? That's unrelated. Song, please.
What? I am speaking the truth here.
Yeah, I guess we'll squeeze his hand. Hand squeezing, that's illegal. Lewd. Yeah, this is the lewdest option, so we're taking it.
There's a moment of pause before Baxter looked down and squeezed yours in return. He pulled up and suddenly you thought he was about to kiss it.
That would be like a really weak point for me, like kissing the hand. Like that's such a princely thing to do, you know. I told you guys how I kissed the
the crush I had in elementary school on the hand too, right?
My squeaking is too high pitched for my mic to detect it.
Unrealistic gaming. Why can't we have a shotgun wedding at this very instant, right? Instead, he stroked a thumb twice across your knuckle. Oh! Still cool from the glass of water and hummed a wordless noise of contentment. That's so, like... That's so loving. That's so tender. I'm gonna die.
Oh, that. Thank you for reminding me.
Song has passed away. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Oh, this man. They wish they could squeeze something
we just
else.
went through like a mini mental spiral with it, and now here he is trying to end it off with a night, being with a grand romantic gesture.
Right? This man. Yeah, I did hit my crush with an umbrella as well. That I also did. I kissed him on the hand and then I hit him over the head with an umbrella and chased him around the school with it. That's just, yeah. Yeah, when people say that I'm tsundere, yes, it was the same guy. And like, I had him close his eyes while I kissed him on his hand, because I didn't want him to see me kissing him on the hand. And then like, when he opened his eyes, I got angry at him and like ran away. And yes, I did chase him around the school with the umbrella. That was him. So, what were you expecting? I don't know! I was just like, don't notice that I'm kissing your hand, but I'm kissing your hand because I want to kiss your hand, but I don't want you to know that I'm kissing your hand, you know? That's why I told him to close his eyes!
Tsundere.
I really am tsundere. Talking about glasses of water, this boy thirsty according to the narrator. Yeah! I should put the video in gaming, right? Yeah, I guess so. Or media. That sounds about right. This be getting good. Yeah, and the guy when I met like his like brother, because I did this when I was in elementary school, and I met his brother in high school while I was waiting for the bus, I think. And he was like, "Oh wait, you're Elio, right?" And I'm like I didn't know who he was, so I was like, yes. He's like, aren't you that guy that like kissed my brother on the hand and like hit him, chased him around school? Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, I'm not actually waiting for the bus. I'm just gonna go, and I walked to school. Standing here waiting at the bus stop, but the bus hasn't come yet. I wonder what's up. Don't want to answer that question right now. I want the bus to come and spare me from embarrassment. God. It was a comforting gesture, full of fond feeling. You stood like that for a while, not speaking. Baxter liked you, even if he didn't want you to know him. You were sure of that much. Oops. And then he made good on his promise to depart. Baxter stepped out into the dark night. The door shut behind him, and the long day came to a close along with it. When he was gone, you remained in the entryway a while, lost in thought. You'd see him again, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps not. He might have plans, but there would be a next time. Woohoo! Yippee!
Wait, we just realized something.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's intentional that developers made this, but like there in nearly all the options, there's at least all the options. There's at least one that has no text,
Oh.
and it just like says like an action kind of thing. Is that supposed to refer to like being nonverbal or that you're mute?
Yeah, that could be. That could be an option.
Oh my god. I love this game so much. It's so thoughtful.
Yeah, it's really considerate about so much stuff. I love it. I'm very much looking forward to the other R Life game as well, seeing how far they go with that. Cause I know one of the characters that you can date in that, like I believe is, I'm not sure if they're non-binary or stuff, but like over time, like each step, I believe, like you see like their pronouns, and I'm very curious, like the reaction with me, like possibly changing my own pronouns as well during the game, like starting out as like a kid with like dead name pronouns and then like switching it to being.
I think that is a possibility because I did play a little bit of was it the newer one that they're making right now? I played a little bit. And listen. Yeah, you make two friends when you move into the neighborhood. One's a girl, one is a he them, maybe non-binary, I forgot. But like because like he's like he/they introduced the concept of like pronouns to us.
I see. Interesting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm very curious about that character. Cause I saw their design too.
They are very pretty.
Yeah, when I saw their design, I was just like, ooh. No words, only action. Yes. I'm a sucker for anime/manga/light novels where the main characters are either very big and scary or buff and serious looking, but are big marshmallows to love interest. Oh, that's such a good one. Yes.
The giant with the soft heart.
Yeah. Where they only action, never say words. Oh. Yeah, that's great. Gap moe. Yeah, very gap moe. You saw your face reflected in the dark glass window by the door and found yourself wondering which Baxter you'd meet when the day came. Whoever he was, whenever it was, you'd be there. Aww. Oh, that's great.
That was just only the third one, and we're so close to the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
We still got a lot more moments with Baxter left to do, but I think here is a good place to end. I think for the day. We got through the drink one. Okay. I got work tomorrow, so gotta take my bath, get ready for work. How many events left? There's two for this one. I don't know if how many events.
There's any more after that.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you do in the adult stage. That there's more in the adult stage, but I'm not sure. I guess we will see when we get there. Ooh. But yes. I'm glad I got to catch tail end of the stream, Star. Yeah, it was nice seeing you, Tim Tom Typo. Yeah, step 4 is long.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
We're in it for the long run, homie.
There's gonna be so much angst, isn't it? In step 4.
Know it.
There's gonna be so much angst in step 4 because that's...
Why did we meet his parents?
Ah! I gotta wake up earlier so I stop missing streams. Well, it was nice seeing you here for what you were around for, Maggie. And I will watch that Tomb Raider video on the Discord. You're so far from the halfway point. Really?
Oh my god.
Oh, teehee. Teehee, that just means I get to spend more time with Baxter, yeah. Alright, but yeah. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you, as always, for being here with me, Song. It's always fun talking with you.
I'm never. There's no one else I know I could talk about this to.
Aw.
So I'm so grateful
Aw.
that you're like the other person I can talk and like shit myself about this.
Oh, I'm so glad I can be that type of person for you, Song, because I know that feeling so bad. Like, oh, like, just like having no one to talk to about a certain thing, and you're just like waving your hands around like, I want to talk about this to someone. So I'm glad I could be that with you, with our life. So thank you for playing with me. And y'all should follow Song. Who can I talk to about Eliolapi and Song? I don't know. I'm the same way with certain games and books I like to read, yeah. Especially when you have like really niche interests. Like, it can be hard to find people to talk to about stuff like that, so I'm happy I could be that for you, Song, with our life. Yeah, thank you, Tintan Taipu. Thank you for following Song. Cause she deserves it.
I don't know.
Yes, you do! I'm gonna shake you like a shook Baxter. You deserve love!
Now just imagining that one trend was just like a giant person and they're like strangling and shaking a small person.
For us, it's the opposite. It's the small person shaking the bigger one. Yeah, alright. Well, we are ending here for now, chat. Have a good night. And we will see you soon. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Pog.